A wee disclaimer here. We're not film experts. We're doing this for fun and to try and shine a light on films which are seen as rotten on movie review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, and to poke fun at them as well. It's a chance to highlight that the critical consensus isn't always everything.
We'd also like to remind everyone that we're about to go over all the film's details, including the plot. So there will be spoilers. Also, we just want to mention it's okay to disagree with our opinion. If you do, you can tell us and become part of the discussion. With that in mind, thanks for joining us and enjoy!
La 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 lava! Chicken!
Hold the phone.
What?
We are 100% going to get a copyright strike for that.
Yeah, sorry, that's actually a good shout.
Yeah.
That's a good shout. We're actually going to be doing things a wee bit different on Rank Rotten going forward, right?
We are?
Which we'll get to, right? But the fact is, I think potentially playing or singing a whole song might be copyright infringement and maybe take the piss.
Yes, I think we're definitely treading on some toes there.
Yes. Anyway, welcome back to Rank Rotten. We are back finally.
Woohoo!
It's been a bit of bumpy 2026.
Yeah, not been our year so far.
No, really. I could do without the 3 a.m. hospital trips, etc.
Yeah.
Various health appointments and all the rest of it. We've been to the hospital a few times now and I could do without it now, but I think we're on our way out of this nonsense now.
I think we are coming through the other side.
Totally. And I
Fingers
certainly
crossed.
feel like I've got a bit of energy today. I'm feeling good. I've been excited about doing this. It's a lovely distraction. So I'm excited
Excellent.
to talk about today's movie, which is obviously a Minecraft movie from last year.
Who would have thought it would be on the list?
Well, it's an interesting one, that. Because you go online, right, and I'll talk some of you through it some of it later, but there is a mad disparity of people's opinions here. People adore this film and think it's everything they need right now, and it's nostalgic and it's lovely and it's fun and it's an adventure and all the rest of it. And there's people who think it's an absolute stain on cinema and that it should never have been made and that it's a disgrace. I'm not even kidding. These are words that I have seen used.
Wow,
right?
okay.
And you're like, everybody just needs to calm down, man. Calm down. You know what I mean? Everybody calm down. It's fine. All right? You can make your decision. It's fine. But it does feel like the right kind of film to do. And also, given that it does have a focus on joy, silliness and bright colours and chaos, it feels like the right film to come back to Rank Rotten with, I think.
I think you're right.
It's also, you know what, it's our first sort of surprise episode.
It is.
So we're recording this and this is going to go out on Good Friday, I hope, right?
Hopefully.
And if it's no, this will get edited out. But
Cut that.
I know it's supposed to go out on Good Friday, and so I think it's like it'll be our first ever one where we've just dropped one.
Yeah?
So, you
I don't know
know.
about you, but I've dropped plenty.
Plenty of stinky fat. Right, okay, we're back and we've got a few things to sort of talk about. I've done some research on Minecraft's history, etc. You know I like to do this because I'm a dork, right?
Damn nerd.
Damn nerd! That's another thing. Kat and I have had a lovely lunch today.
We have had a lovely lunch
got a big
today.
order from Oriental Mart. Shout out to Oriental Mart, right? Website.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, we just love it, right?
But if you want to,
I know
feel
that's
free.
it. So we got our ramen, Japanese sort of lightly sparkling soda,
So good.
fizzy drinks, lovely, and we got loads of Nissan ramen of different flavours, and we got some Suntory drinks, and you got me a Malaysian version of A&W root beer, which is in the fridge, which I will be cracking open halfway through this episode.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait, right? But we had our Nissan ramen and we had our ramenes at lunch, and we watched one of our favourite episodes of My Hero Academia while we did that. Being absolute 100% shameless weebs.
Yeah, I feel no shame about it.
No,
I
that's
love
it.
My Hero Academia.
Me too. And ramen and ramene. But I'll tell you, I actually had the curry Nissan, and you got me it because you knew I was wanting to try it, but I've been nervous about trying it.
You were very nervous
So
to try it.
I made it, and it was banging.
Oh, excellent.
It was super good. I want to get more. I'll probably order more with the next order.
It wasn't too pungent.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't like I thought it would have that. You said earlier, I was worried it would have that honking pot noodle curry stank.
Yeah.
But it actually didn't. It was good.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, welcome to our junk food podcast.
I know.
Japanese junk food.
Oh, that's right.
Japanese junk. That's the podcast name.
Yeah.
Anyway. Sorry. I don't know
It
why I
might
went on
have
that.
legs.
What?
That may have legs.
Sorry, what was that? What?
What?
Anyway, yeah, going forward, we right. So last episode, which was by the way January, and we did
Goodness.
Jaws 2, right?
What a belter.
Right. We actually didn't do any impressions in that episode.
We didn't.
None. Because we were kind of like, there was none that kind of stood out to us. Then when we put the episode out, I asked a few of our regular listeners and friends, did you miss the impressions? They were like, nah, not really.
No.
Like, we enjoy them, but it was fine. It was a great episode without them.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we're actually going to go forward with using sound clips from the movies, which, by the way, was the way we originally designed this podcast back when we did Madame Web. The first version of that episode had recordings from the movie in it.
That's right. God, that
And then
feels
we were like,
forever
I'm
ago.
not sure we're allowed. I'm pretty convinced I was overthinking it then. So I've decided we're just going to try this and see how it goes. Because we've certainly used sound snippets already. Do you know what Sorry. We've certainly used sound clippets already at this point.
Yes.
Do you see what I'm saying? So why not just keep doing that? So that's the plan. We loved working on the impressions, but quite honestly, that was taking us it was quite labour intensive. It was like a whole night of work and putting it together and then mixing it together, and which was, by the way, my favourite part. I loved mixing this, working with those recordings and adding sound effects. It was so much fun, but maybe that's an outlet I can practice another time, doing on something else and not for this. So
Definitely, because it was a lot of work for you.
yeah. Like I listen to podcasts all the time, all different kinds. I actually was talking to you earlier about 2 new ones of totally different kinds that I've been trying to listen to now. It's an interesting one, but in a lot of these podcasts do just randomly chuck sound clippets in. I just said clippets again, I didn't even...
You keep saying clip it.
Clippets. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're just going to try it and see how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
I think it'll be fine because it's within the very loose rules of fair use.
Aye, fair use, man. That's what we're citing here.
For critique, and that's what we're all about.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's quite how it works, but I don't care. But this is what we're doing now.
Yep, we're down this path now.
That's it. Let's see how it pans out. Anyway, but I thought I'd also just sort of say, because like, as much as I've seen this movie a few times now, right, I've played Minecraft a wee bit, but not loads, right?
Yeah.
Even Lily, our nieces, when they were wee, so we're probably talking about 10 years ago. I'm sorry, I know. Maybe less than that. I can't mind. Anyway, we used to play with them, and it would be whole evenings building stuff. They had the most amazing Minecraft world. They had a freaking Asda and everything. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember their Asda.
So sorry to embarrass you, girls, but it's true. They had the best Minecraft world, and it was awesome. And we used to play with them, and we'd open up a new world. And I'd always start these mad, massive projects, which I would never finish because they were far too big and stupid.
Yes.
But I loved it. It was great fun, and it's but that was always playing in that sort of sandbox style. And so if there's gay people out there who aren't gamers, the idea of that style or that version of playing Minecraft is that you basically walk into the world with every resource. You can fly around the place. You can build anything you want. It's like having unlimited Lego.
Yes.
Right?
That's a very good way
That's
of
how the
describing it.
sandbox mode sort of works. And that was the Minecraft I was more familiar with. Obviously, we have survival mode, which is the original mode, which was you start and you have to survive, mine, protect yourself from skeletons and zombies, etc.
Yes.
You know, but I'd like to get a good proper go. But I've got too many games on the go right now, right? I've got a wee list here, right? I'm playing, right? Final Fantasy 9, Pokopia, which you very generously bought for me this month, Pokemon Leaf Green, right? Frontiers of Pandora, Super Mario Brothers Galaxy, various Donkey Kong games, Hollow Knight, and Breath of the Wild on the Switch.
And you not mentioned Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, I've been working on that one too because we finally got access to it on the Xbox this year. So, yeah, I sometimes actually find the sheer amount of media I have completely overwhelming.
Yeah, I can understand why.
You know what I'm saying? But you've got it available at your fingertips, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But regardless, right, we know some stuff about the game, we've played it a little bit, and we'll discuss the movie at length, really. The focus here is going to be on the movie, and we'll be talking about references to the game, etc. Because it is very reference heavy, isn't it?
It is. Nice nods.
We probably missed some stuff, or misunderstood other stuff.
Oh, undoubtedly, but that's with every movie.
Aye, well, true. Feel free to let us know if you're listening and you want to do that. And you're a big, mad, huge fan of Minecraft, like Bob is, because I'll tell you what, first time I ever heard of Minecraft was Bob. He said, oh, Mikey, there's this game. It was a browser-based game at the time.
Crazy.
When Mojang first released it. And that was 2009, I think. I've got some notes in a minute. Right? He was playing it and he was like, dude, this game rocks. And that was the humble beginnings. Now you can buy it on every console.
You
on
really
your
can.
phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, and it's crazy how many people have played it. I think almost every person who plays games has probably had some sort of contact with Minecraft at some point.
But aye, we'll do our best to cover the film, this mad, silly, and in some ways actually important movie. Now, that might sound like a weird thing to say, but just hear me out later on, alright? But first, Kat, what video games are you playing now?
Oh, that's a good question. So I've got Fire Red on the go.
Of course, yeah.
So you got Leaf Green, I got Fire Red.
Yep. And she's getting mad at me because I haven't caught any Pokemon because I've been playing all the other games I just listed.
Yeah, I wish I'd never bought you Pokopia because...
It's class, like.
Yeah, that just stopped me getting a Vulpix. raging. I've been playing Octopath Traveler on and off for the last
couple of years.
18 months, I think.
Aye.
I have little binges of it.
Aye, you didn't have though. When you get into it, that's it. You see her. She's like, I used to get up in the mornings at like 6 a.m. Can't be up already. I'm like, I'll go downstairs and see what she's up to. Sitting playing Octopath before work.
Yeah. What else am I supposed to be doing? Walk the dog?
Aye, to hell, that's fine.
Yeah,
Walk yourself.
He's not a morning dog anyway.
He's no. Another question for you, right? Do you have like a favourite sort of cosy or building game that you like the most?
For me, it's Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it's got to be, Like, I wrote that down. I was like, you asked Kat that question, and I knew the answer was going to be Stardew. Because you and I have had loads of Stardew nights, cosy Stardew nights, where we sit and watch some trash on the TV, normally 90 Days or whatever.
Yeah.
And we sit and play games and just chill the hell out. And it's one of our favourite things to do.
Oh.
But Stardew is definitely the one that you've played most, I think, isn't it?
Definitely. And for me, like, you know how everybody had that Animal Crossing thing during the pandemic?
Oh, yeah, during the pandemic.
Yeah. For us, like, it was really Stardew for me because I really remember getting super into it then, but it would also just help pass the time.
Yeah.
So much.
Also, you live this little life. You just like get to know these people and stuff. It's kind of cool. But yeah, speaking of Animal Crossing, sorry, that's one I never mentioned there.
Oh, goodness.
I've been playing that shit every day because you were like, why don't you play Animal Crossing? Because I've not been able to get out as much because I've had these mad health problems and like I've had like appliances and stuff that I'm not used to having. So I was like, do you know what? I've been in the house a lot. So sitting playing Animal Crossing was actually quite a nice outlet.
Definitely.
I kind of got a bit obsessed with it.
Yeah.
My island is called Berk, and that is where it's at.
It seems like a cool place to be.
After How to Train Your Dragon, obviously. Aye, well, anyway, Kat, before we get into details about the film, I did a little bit of research about the history of Minecraft and some of the other things about it that you might find interesting and that the listeners might find interesting. Would you like to get into that?
Oh, yes, please. I know very little.
Shibby! I said, Kat, you enjoy your sweets. I made a little pick and mix because we've not been back for a while. I thought I'd treat us to various sweets. So I've got the Asda delivery today, and we've got like Roundtree's Randoms, Haribo soda bottles, and those Fantasia Haribo. I'm into them, by the way.
They're good.
They're good. We need the sugar to keep us going, man. That's why I've got the root beer aside for half time.
Totally.
Don't know what the Malaysian recipe, if it's different or no, but we'll find out.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out.
Full review incoming. Right, so I looked online and I found a few articles. One of them was like a Polygon article called The Story of Minecraft is One of the Saddest in Gaming History.
Shout out Polygon.
Yeah, shout out to Polygon. Ollie Welsh from Polygon wrote that one. And also I had The History and Evolution of Minecraft from IGN, written by Samuel Heaney. Now, I kind of merged the two together because the article that was about the sad story of Minecraft is pretty sad, and I'm just going to warn you, the game's origins are kind of wild.
You've got me intrigued.
Yeah. So, right, basically there was this guy called Marcus Notch Persson, with a double S-O-N. And he was the original creator, right? And he was called Notch, is what they called him, right? And the author of that article, Ollie Welsh, he likened the guy's success to Tetris back in the 80s. This was a guy who was a one-man programming machine.
Okay.
Now, which is obviously a story we're more familiar with now, with Eric Baroni / Concerned Ape making Stardew Valley. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry if you're not a gamer out there, and this might be all like, but you know, the guy that made Stardew Valley was also a one-man machine, and he has made a fortune from that game.
The story of Stardew would make an excellent movie. 100%.
Make a Stardew movie if it's done right, but I want to see a movie about Eric Baroni.
Yeah, I would much rather that.
More interesting, I think. I've got a quote here, and he said, Minecraft made Notch unimaginably rich within the span of 5 years. Initially, he seemed to relish developing the game alongside the community in alpha, but it seemed as though he quickly came to resent Minecraft's success.
Oh dear.
Or at any rate, he had some other need to distance himself from it. The game had its first public alpha release in late 2009. It hit full release in November 2011. Notch handed it over entirely to another programmer and designer, Jens Bergensen. Now, it could be Jens Bergensen, I'm pretty sure. And that guy's actually in the movie. So he's the guy that's the waiter when Jennifer Coolidge's character Marlene is out with the villager to dinner. He's the guy that comes, one of the waiters that comes over is him. What eventually happened is Notch got sick, not being able to successfully make anything else because he was just working on Minecraft all the time. Minecraft was always at the forefront, so he basically sold Mojang to Microsoft for $2.5 billion.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Big money, right? But you know how they always say money doesn't buy you happiness? Mm-hmm. Well, Notch went on to have severe issues, acting more and more eccentrically, and then like one point he had a house in his wall that was just full of like candy or gumball machines or something. He got very eccentric.
Okay.
But that's just fine because I mean that's kind of shit I would do probably. But
I was thinking that.
Yep, I knew you were. Goshapons, whole wall. And then he went on to make some pretty crappy comments that were racist and homophobic nature online.
Oh no.
So he kind of became a bit of a... I think he was not well.
Yeah, it sounds like he's having a bit of a meltdown.
Yeah, so another short quote here. It says here, his exit made him stratospherically wealthy, but cut him off from what should be the greatest and proudest achievement of his life.
Yeah.
And I thought, right, for me, it becomes an argument of, well, why not apply yourself to this amazing thing that you created? Be proud of it, right? Instead of throwing your toys out the pram because your next project wasn't as popular, right? And it's like, that might sound unfair, I don't know. But like, I mean, look at J.K. Rowling. She's the absolute... Look at J.K. Rowling. She's the absolute picture of success and milking the shit out of one good project.
Well, that's true, that's true.
I do, of course, joke she has a piece of shit listed about her, the better.
Yes.
But regardless, the game has went on to become an absolute staple in most households with kids. I mean, we've seen this firsthand back when, about 10 years ago, when our nieces were wee. And our wee godson now plays it, and we've been playing it with him not that long ago, like a couple of weeks ago.
He's brave though, he goes survival mode.
He does go survival mode. It's quite wild actually. The game has had so many updates and IP collaborations with everything from Super Mario Bros to my beloved Adventure Time.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you've seen the Adventure Time layover for Minecraft, but it's wild.
Oh, excellent.
And there's been community projects like MCME. Have you heard of this? So that's Middle Earth Minecraft project. And I'll actually link a video because there's a really nice video that introduces you to the idea of how the Middle Earth Minecraft project works. Pretty sure it's called MCME and Minecraft Middle Earth, right? And the way it works is you can go and explore it, but you can't do anything, but you can build your rank. You can become a tour guide to show other people around because they built Middle Earth so intricately with so much detail that you can actually do that.
Wow, that's incredible.
So yeah, it's a whole thing and I'll keep meaning to look into it. So projects like that, and then we've had Minecraft Story Mode, which was a Telltale game. If you're not familiar again, sorry, with Game and Telltale were a studio that made these fantastic games that pretty much anyone could play because most of them was sort of point and click story driven games.
Yes, yeah.
And they're amazing. They did them for Walking Dead, they did one for Game of Thrones. I just died all the time. I couldn't, Ramsay Bolton killing me every time.
Yeah, I couldn't get past Ramsay Bolton.
I couldn't get past Ramsay Bolton because I just couldn't. I kept trying. You know, it's like when you watch Game of Thrones, everybody plays the game to try and manipulate other people, and I wasn't capable of just being like, you're a dick, and then I'd just get killed.
I didn't like that very much.
No, not really. And there's also a dungeon crawler version, like like Diablo, that sort of action RPG top down sort of thing.
I have played a little bit of that one. It's very good.
Minecraft Dungeon.
Yes.
Oh, you played it with our godson.
I did.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's class. I know I wasn't there for that.
It was good.
I do fancy it if I've shortlisted it, but I say shortlist, the list is very long.
The short long list.
The short long list. And now obviously we have a successful movie franchise with potentially, I think, another film coming next year.
Interesting.
But the first movie installment was not a critical success, unfortunately. But in my view, possibly because of snobbish, out of touch critics who have forgotten how to have fun.
I think that's probably quite wise.
But we'll get there.
We will.
There you go. That's a wee rough rundown of Minecraft and its creation, the man that created it, and various things since. And as you can see, it's become a huge property. So much so, actually, I'll just drop this in because I don't know if I noted this, but because we are looking into going to Chessington World of Adventure next year, because they're about to open the first Minecraft theme park there. £50 million it's cost, and they're building roller coasters, and they're doing themed dining. If you don't get la 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 lava chicken, I'll be very surprised. They're doing the whole lot.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to go to that. And also, looking at Chessington World of Adventure, it's a rad theme park. I can't believe we've not been before.
I know, it looks good.
So, yeah, I think it's near London. I'm not sure.
It is, yeah.
Aye. So, it's a massive thing, Minecraft. It's not gone anywhere either with the sounds of it.
It's a huge cultural thing.
That's it.
Like there's toys, there's magazines, there's books.
Lego.
Movie, Lego, yeah. And also I think there is that sense of community like you've already talked about, but I think there's other projects as well, like I think they've recreated a library in Minecraft.
That's so
but
cool.
it was an open resource to anybody across the world, so in places where certain books were banned you could go in and read the books.
I remember you telling me that. That's so awesome.
So it does have this ability to do really amazing things.
It's not dissimilar to the time that we were looking for a production of Wicked to watch. After we saw the first movie, we were dying to watch a full production again, and you obviously there is no recording of the show.
Yeah, we've seen it. We had seen it twice by that point.
We'd seen it twice, and I'd listened to the second half of the music, the soundtrack, because the new movie was coming out. I wanted to be familiar with it. But there was sort of a group of people who did a full production of Wicked on Roblox, right? I'm not kidding, right? And it is on YouTube, and you can watch this full thing. And it was, again, a community-driven project, very similar to what happens in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's just, I love these sort of little passion projects.
Yeah.
I'm not, sorry, I shouldn't have said little, because they are massive. They take a lot of time and effort.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's the joy in these games, is that you can do what you like.
Aye, totally.
And that's something that I guess we'll chat about.
Absolutely. And I'll chuck a wee YouTube link to that the MCME, which is the Minecraft Middle Earth project, so you can see what I'm talking about, and it's really impressive.
How have you not become a tour guide yet?
I don't know. I'm considering it now because I think it'd be cool. But you have to build your rank. It doesn't work that easily.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding. There's a whole thing. But anyway, there's your rundown of what Minecraft's about. But let's talk about some deets about the actual movie before we get deep in about the plot.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
It's going to be lots of things, but I think it's going to be fun regardless,
Definitely.
All about the fun.
So as we might have alluded to, this week we're covering a Minecraft movie.
No, sorry.
This movie came out on the 30th of March 2025, so it's just over a year old. Feels like it's been around forever, to be fair. It is rated a PG, and it runs for 1 hour and 41 minutes. The budget for this film was $150 million. It was...
150 million! Sorry.
You're going to have to do that again, because the box office for this was massive.
Right?
It was $961.2 million.
Jeez.
It made money.
$960 million. I forgot the number you said.
You were pretty close.
Was it?
Yeah.
Basically just short of $1 billion.
Just shy of $1 billion, yeah.
Nice.
So no wonder they're talking about making a second one. The director of this film was Jared Hess.
Oh, I just got a message for Rab on my iPad there saying he's going to watch Minecraft.
Excellent.
I might
Thanks,
have let
Rob.
him know that we were doing it. Sorry, I need to keep my mouth shut, I can't no tell people stuff.
You are the loose lips that sinks the ships.
There's live messaging for Rab on the show. Rab's now a guest. That's
There you go.
fact.
Our first guest. So there are actually quite a few writers on this film. So there was Chris Bowman, Hubble Palmer. Apparently I'm turning into a villager. Hubble Palmer.
Hubble Bubble.
Hubble Bubble. Neil Widener, Gavin James, and Chris Scaletta.
That man has 2 first names. Gavin James.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Does he?
The music in this movie was done by the very successful and widely applauded Mark Mothersbaugh.
Guy's a ledge.
He is a
What
ledge.
did he do, Kat? How's it?
He did Rugrats, as if you need to hear any more than that. That was him. He also did Thor Ragnarok. He also did Life Aquatic. He has done loads.
Thor Ragnarok music is great. And do you know what the best part is about that? The range on that, by the way.
The range.
The score, so not the songs, there's original songs in this movie, but the score is good. It's a proper cinematic score. Because I was listening to it when we were watching this last night, I was like, I didn't remember the score being as good as this.
Yeah.
So
He is excellent. Always enjoyed. Their production studios for this movie, there's quite a few. So there's Legendary Pictures.
Legendary Pictures. Sorry. Legendary. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you want me to take your pick and mix away? Have you had too much sugar?
I've actually finished it. Look. So that's probably what's happening.
That explains a lot.
I'll just slide that away. It's empty, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
I'll go into the Iron Brew now, and then the root beer. So
Oh my God. Right. Okay.
you're in for a ride, guys. I've got to fuel myself right now, right? I've got to do whatever it is to get through. And if that's to have copious amounts of sugar, which is not appropriate and you should never do, sometimes you've got to lean on it.
You don't drink, you don't smoke.
What do you do?
Exactly.
I'll look like I get sued for that, not now.
Oh God, another copyright infringement. Here we go. So yeah, there's Legendary Pictures,
Legendary.
Vertigo Entertainment,
Oh no, I'm too high up. I'm going to fall. Sorry.
On the Roam,
Oh, I didn't have one for that.
and Mojang Studios.
This blew my mind. I went to see this in the cinema, I've already said, right? And it was wild. Not since I went to see Matilda was I so sort of blindsided at the start of a movie. Might sound like an overreaction, but going to see Matilda and having the big ba-boom Netflix logo come up in the cinema was weird. right? Because you were like, this is odd, this is where we are now. And then going to the cinema and seeing the big Mojang thing come up, which is, you know, completely synonymous with Minecraft. To see that come up at the start of a movie was kind of wild, and to know they've now got Mojang Studios. You're just like, what the hell's going on, man? The world's wild now.
I think it's also interesting there's no Microsoft.
Yeah, considering they bought Mojang, but I guess Mojang are the ones heading it up, heading the charge for Minecraft. I don't know what that was. Just sort of punched the air like that. Heading the charge.
Too much anime for you.
Oh yeah, I have watched quite a lot. My Hero Academia, Frieren, Naruto, and Apothecary Diaries at the moment.
It's a good list.
Yeah.
Comprehensive.
Covering all bases there, I'd say.
So this is not based on a book, but is obviously based on the game. It has got an excellent tagline.
I didn't know this. What is it? Hit me with it, I can't wait.
Be there and be square. I love it.
That's class. I love
so
it.
Good. So good.
Almost as good a tagline as, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Better than the film.
Yeah, well, fact. If you haven't listened to Cat and I's Jaws 2 episode, we weren't overly fond of it, but we did have a good time, so you know, go and listen to it. It was the last episode.
Yeah, I'd recommend listening to the podcast and not the film.
I didn't bother with the film, just listen to us talk shit about it. It's a bit fun.
You won't miss anything.
We had fun anyway.
Always.
That's right, we do this. Who cares about anybody else?
Yeah.
The synopsis for this movie is that I got, which was the official synopsis from Legendary Pictures and also from Mojang and everywhere else. A mysterious portal pulls 4 misfits into the overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to master the terrain whilst embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected crafter named Steve. There you go.
Nice.
Thanks. Because I am Steve. That's what he does, eh?
Yeah, just Jack Black being Jack Black.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Crazy.
It really is. It's like... Anyway, we'll talk about it later. We'll get there.
So the scores in this film are really interesting, where you talked about there was that disparity.
I'm actually going to open up the sheet and have a good look now, because I've just not been doing that.
So the tomatometer for this movie is at 47%.
Cool.
But the popcorn meter gives it 84%, so almost 40% difference.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, honest, I don't even know if it's the biggest disparity we've had. I can't even remember. We really should look into that. But that's a lot. That's a big difference. And it really displays, just in the numbers alone, that how many critics didn't like it. Just under half of critics didn't like it. You know, it's kind of wild.
It is crazy. Cinema score. Now we do put a bit more stock in cinema score.
Still haven't been asked to do it yet. Like,
I know.
I might email them and be like, where are you going to be? Because I want to do it.
But I think they probably don't let you know.
I will. I'm going to ask anyway.
But anyway, cinema score give them. Cinema score give it a B+.
Fair. We just wanted to quickly say, if you're enjoying the podcast, please consider doing a wee rating or a review wherever you're listening.
The more ratings we have, the more people see the podcast, and the more people join our little club.
Aye, that's right. Ratings and reviews increase visibility or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most popular podcast platforms like Spotify or Apple Podcasts allow you to leave a wee rating or a review. So wherever you're listening, if you can consider doing that, we'd massively appreciate it.
We really, really would.
As well as that, if you'd like to follow us on our socials, they are as follows. Instagram, Threads, TikTok and Blue Sky are all at Rank Rotten Pod. That's at Rank Rotten Pod for Instagram, Threads, TikTok and Blue Sky.
And we're also on Facebook as Rank Rotten, a Rotten Movies podcast. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, as well as listen to the full episodes there too. That's also at Rank Rotten Pod.
You can also email us at rankrottenpod@gmail.com. You can send us any feedback or let us know what you thought of any of the movies we've talked about, suggest a rotten film, or just say hello. Again, that email address is rankrottenpod@gmail.com.
Anyway, should we get into the plot now?
Totally, let's do it, man. So, our film opens with, I've already mentioned it, the big giant Mojang logo. Blew my mind in the cinema. Already said, but crazy. It's a novelty, and some people will be like, who gives a shit? But for me, it's quite interesting to be like, this is a film, and this is Mojang now make movies. That's fine.
I know, I think it is an incredible thing to think that you would never have thought in your wildest dreams when we were young that companies that make video games would have moved on to making movies.
Like a movie studio, yeah.
Exactly. Like when you think about Nintendo. Like,
Illumination making all those Mario movies. I cannot wait for Mario Galaxy.
So excited. Well, hopefully I've seen it by the time this comes out.
Aye. Oh, really?
Yeah.
When's it like?
Like the 1st of April.
This week? Oh, that's crap. Is that what we're doing during the week this week then?
Potentially, yeah. Might actually do it like on release day.
But our film opens in full Jables mode, all about Jack Black right away, right? Now, if you're not a Jack Black fan, you're not going to enjoy this film. Sorry.
Yeah, hard
Fact,
line.
right? And if you're not a Jack Black fan, what's wrong with you, right? Nah, I'm only kidding. I understand he's not everybody's cup of tea, 100%, right? Anyway, the film starts with a young Steve, and he is like mad wanting to work in this local mine, and he's standing outside, and there's this grizzly man that's like, "Ugh."
He's quite scary.
It's quite scary. And he's not allowed to go in because there's a sign that's like, "no bairns" or whatever. Right?
Yeah, he's good.
I know, he ends up working in an office or some shit, and he's like, he doesn't seem very happy, and he's like at the copier and that, and living the office dream. We've all been there. Well, many of us have been there. And then basically, whilst randomly eating a roast beef dish of some description, I've got a theory, right, that this is why Americans think our food is shit. Because that's what they think we eat.
Oh, do they?
Well, look at it. It was like a shitty roast beef dinner, and they think that's what we do. We put a lot of effort into our roast beef dinners.
Yeah.
Roast beef, roast pork, we'll roast everything. Right?
Yeah, anything. Nuts. Roasted.
Get them roasted, right? But if like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, looking at it, it looks gross, and it's like, I think that might be the feeling that people think we don't put anything in traditional Scottish recipes, probably more so, but traditional British recipes are roast dinners and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, oh, well, it's delicious, man. You just need to do it right.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I also think it's maybe supposed to signify that he's just so unsatisfied with his life. Like, he's got a crap little life with a crap little lunch.
Yeah, it's But anyway, our roast beef dinners look better than that. Anyway, he's like that. Turns his wee mashed tat into a block, and he's like, yeah, I like to build. Like, he kind of gets like...
Yeah, he prods it a lot.
Then there's like little noises when he's doing it. It's kind of gross.
Very gross.
Very gross. But I love that's when he has his epiphany when he's eating his shitty roast beef dinner lunch thing. And then he basically decides, I'm going back to the mines. And the man from when he was a child is still there. Which
yes.
I think is hilarious. And if you don't realise the vibe this movie is going for, it is hitting you across the head with it immediately.
Yeah.
That this is silly. This is stupid. This wee old grizzly scary man that's been inside the mine has not aged, has not changed, is wearing the same clothes, standing in the exact same spot decades later.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's funny.
It's very
to
funny.
me.
Yeah, I also thought it was funny.
Yeah, I'm going to stop justifying what I find funny, and I'm just going to tell you what I find funny and what I enjoy, right?
I also like when Steve is heading into the mine and he fake outs the guy. So
He does. I forgot about that. He does a little fake out.
Yeah.
Anyway, he goes in and he finds these two orbs, and he's really specific about what they are, isn't he?
Oh, super specific.
So, I mined my brains out until I found two mysterious artifacts. This thingy and that cool thingy.
And Kat also picked out here that there was a sound you really enjoyed, didn't you?
I did, yes. So I really enjoy the sound where he puts the orb.
The cube-shaped orb.
The cube-shaped orb.
Yep.
Into the earth crystal. So it's like a little casing for it, and it goes like... Boop. There you go. What a sound.
Aye, it was quite funny. And I just love the fact that he's so nondescript about it. This thingy and that thingy, because that's what you're getting with this.
Yeah.
We're not explaining it. We're not going into that much detail. All you need to know is that this magic two thingies go together and open a magic door.
That's all you need to know.
Do you know what I mean? Fact. Let's not look into it any further than that and take it at face value. Because if you do that with this movie, you're going to have a good time. And if you don't, you're going to have a bad time. But I think they're called the Orb of Dominance and the Earth Crystal or something, isn't it?
Sounds about right.
I've got a note somewhere that says that. I don't know. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. But anyway, as I say, he opens a portal that pulls him into this blocky alternate world known as the Overworld.
Ooh, wow, I know. And it does feel like you're kind of going into Technicolor when you go into the Overworld. It's so
wild.
bright.
It's like Dorothy walking into Oz.
It really is.
I just likened this to a masterpiece, Wizard of Oz. Don't care.
I stand by it. However, it gave me my first fright of the whole movie.
Mm.
The big scary bee.
The big scary bee is quite cute, actually, in hindsight, but at first, it catches you off guard. And Jack Black sort of goes, when he sees it as well.
It's massive.
It's huge. It's a block-sized bee. I don't know if they're that big in the game, but if they are, have a word, Bojang. It's terrifying.
Yeah, stuff of nightmares.
We love bees, but not when they're giant and blocky like that.
Yeah, no.
But basically, this whole time, and I can't help but point it out, JB is being JBAF. A lot of letters going on there, but he is, isn't he?
He really is.
But we basically see Steve doing very well in this new world, and he gets a new friend he makes called Dennis, who is a wolf, which he befriends by taming, as you do in the original game, by giving it a bone, and then it becomes his friend.
Yeah, gives you a little love heart.
Gives a little love hearts, yeah. But we got a couple of bits like that throughout the movie, little nods to the game, and I like that. And he basically ends up, and you see him at night time as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, everything was great except at night, and he's just like, he's just like cowering in the corner of his wee room, and he's like, and there's like zombies smashing on the door and that, trying to get in.
Was this your first experience of
When I saw the movie with Bob, the next game day, I texted him, I says, I'm going to play Minecraft. He's like, great, if you need anything, just ask. So I went for it, and I just kept dying. I kept dying. Everything I did, I just died. And Bob's like, just build a pillar. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, build a pillar. So you get mine in, build a pillar, get yourself up high, you can't reach overnight. And I'm like...
Does that mean that, like, you see it was a 20-minute cycle?
Yeah.
Does that mean you have to stand up on the pillar for 20 minutes?
No, it's not for 20 minutes. It's 20. I don't think it's 20 minutes. Night for 20 minutes, is it?
I don't know.
It's night for a shorter space of time. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, or you can burrow into the ground, which I also tried, and a skeleton came in and chased me, and I was terrified. So I never played it again, right?
Fair enough.
Not survival mode, anyway.
Yeah.
But I do want to, but I'm not sure. I'm going to get in it. I'm going to get in about it. I'll let you know how this goes. One of the bits that absolutely killed me here, and the absolute absurdity, because it makes no sense, but it also makes every sense in context, is that they're playing with a frisbee, but Dennis is throwing the frisbee for Steve, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So Dennis throws it, and you just see Steve like a little dog, just like, it's so stupid.
Honestly, I feel like this film just let Jack Black loose, and we're like, dial up to 11.
It's the best thing you can do. Like, it's the best way. I think it was the best way to approach it.
I agree.
It's so funny though. But anyway, he eventually finds this new portal, and it's going to go to the Nether, basically, which is this whole, if you're not familiar with Minecraft, it's like a hellscape that you go at, but where piglins live and all these other creatures live and stuff. And basically, it's quite funny because when he goes into it, he's like, oh, there's a conveniently placed chest next to it and a gap, and then he opens it up, and it's really funny because he goes,
Flint and steel.
and I swear I was Steve last night. Flint and steel. Oh dear. Right, and then he basically opens the portal. He goes into the Nether, and he's like, "This sucks. There's piglin everywhere, which are like these humanoid pig block creatures, right?" I can't believe we're saying all these words. It's just dawned on me how surreal this movie is, and we've not even started yet, really.
Yeah.
And he eventually gets captured by Malgosha, who is this evil pig lady dictator or something, I don't know.
Yeah, she's
quite dictatorial at times.
Yeah. She's very mean.
Yeah, and he says here she's the piglin leader. That's probably the best way to put it. And she despises all forms of creativity.
How rude.
Obviously. It's kind of akin to the story of Lego.
Yeah.
The Lego movie.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome. Everything. I can't do that either.
Yeah, no.
But it's a similar idea because like the Craggle and all that in that movie. I'm not going to go into it. It's too much of a distraction. But there's similarities between the Lego movie and this. I'd say.
Yeah.
And I've only just realised that just now. So actually, I was like, see, piglins. What's the deal with them? Can they come out of the Nether? Or are they only in the Nether? But apparently, they only spawn in the Nether, but they can come out through the portal. But if they're in the sunlight for more than 15 seconds in the overworld, they zombify.
Right. So they
which
turn
happens
into
in the movie
zombies
as well. Yeah. But the interesting part here is that they're actually a neutral mob, right? Gamer gaming lingo, I'm sorry, a mob is like right, okay, let's just really simplify it. A mob is a baddie, right?
Yeah.
That you're going to batter, right? And but they're neutral, which means they don't attack unless provoked. But unfortunately, they have a very, very long list of provocations.
Right, okay.
So they're quite
easily provoked.
Yes.
Okay.
But they're not immediately dangerous. The movie puts it across like they're very dangerous and that they're just going to attack you. Because obviously, I mean, how can they make them sort of passive or neutral? But there you go. I did a bit of research into piglins this morning. Piglin research.
How did you spend your Saturday?
Honestly.
Researching piglins.
This podcast has changed my life, right? Because I do weird shit like this now. What did you do on a Saturday with piglin research, mate? Piglin research.
Why? What were you doing, like?
Okay, what were you doing, eh?
Taking the dog to the vet.
Going to Macy's and buying cookies.
Don't.
Okay, just to say, there is a lady on our street called Maisie who has opened up a cake shed outside of her house every Saturday and Sunday, and it's so dangerous, honestly.
It's so dangerous.
You walk out here, you go up the street a few paces,
literally,
and these cookies are like this, they're huge, man, but it's a cool thing she's got going, and well done to her.
Yeah, oh my goodness, it's delicious, and the temptation is way too strong, so after having done it 5 weeks on the bounce,
we're not doing it today.
Yeah,
we're actually in here recording a podcast instead.
Yeah, so that's why
eating sweeties, mind you.
That's why we've got the pick and mix, I think.
Pick and mixes are fat free. That's the only defence I have.
It's a pretty good defence.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that happen when they're showing the passage of time from Steve entering the overworld to seeing him where he is now. And he has a party with some pandas.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, which is amazing.
This is probably about the same time that the Frisbee shit's going on. Sorry.
It is. It's part of that same montage. Yeah. And also, you see that he has built himself a theme park called Steve World.
Looks class.
I would go to Steve World.
Me
It
too.
looks great.
We love theme parks. I would go there.
We do. Also, when Malgosha sees Steve for the first time, she very funnily says, "Who are you and why are you so round?"
Yeah, she's like, I've got a note of that. Who are you and why are you so round?
We should mention that she has a New Zealand accent.
But also she there's a bit where he gets away and he escapes and she just goes, "The roundling got away!" Right?
She calls them roundlings all
She
the
calls
time.
everyone who isn't from the overworld or the nether a roundling, and it's just every time. It made me laugh. It's funny.
Brilliant.
The roundling got away. Also, they keep mentioning the cube-shaped orb, and that's how they say it, and it's just funny, man.
Yeah, I love the fact that they mentioned it and they just made a joke out of it. It was great.
Roll it. But basically, Steve manages to send the orb back through the portal with Dennis to keep it from Malgosha. And Dennis ends up in Chuglas, which is the town where Steve lived in Idaho, where he hides the orb under Steve's old bed. Very safely under Steve's old bed.
Yeah.
No one's ever going to get it.
Nope, never going to be found.
Nope.
We are then introduced to our next main character, Garrett, the garbage man Garrison.
Amazing character.
Yeah, who is played by Jason Momoa, who is a former 1980s gaming champion, having been a champion of playing Hunk City Rampage. He runs a sort of games shop, like sort of vintage games.
Yeah, I've actually got it here as GameStop. That's not what it's called. It's called the Game Over World or something.
It is. What an excellent name for
Very
a game
cool
shop.
name.
Very good.
Also, Hunk City Rampage is the kind of game I would play. It looks fun.
It does look quite fun. I wonder if they released it as a real game.
I'm not sure. Going to have to look into
We're
that.
going to have to look at it. But it gives you a kind of a bit of a almost sort of montage of Garrett in his prime playing Hunk City Rampage.
Yeah, you got it right. Don't worry.
I could only see Hunk City and I was like, what's the last word? Hunk City Rampage. And, you know, it just doesn't seem to have moved on from that point, and you kind of get the feeling like he's still wearing very similar clothes.
Yeah, he's got the 80s aesthetic, I would say.
Yeah, and time has most definitely left Garrett behind, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He also receives a letter saying that he is going to be evicted out of his shop.
It's quite sad. You do see him doing some finger training, though.
You do.
Because he's a gamer. He's got, like, resistance bands, just his fingers. He's like, "Argh!" It's funny. Like.
It's very funny. Momoa is great in this film.
He is, right. Everyone in this movie is having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Jack Black and Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Like, they're ridiculous. And when you get them together, it doesn't feel like it should work. But oh my God, I want to see them in more things together.
Me too, most definitely. There's also a point in that training montage where he's using the resistance bands and stuff where he eats raw protein powder.
He just chucks it in his gob. It goes everywhere.
Oh, it's awful. It makes me feel quite ill.
It's fucking brutal, eh?
Oh, just the thought of all the powder. Blah, blah.
I want a tassely jacket, though. Is that all right?
Nope. Not happening.
He's wearing this, like, really tassely jacket with loads of tassels on it.
There's one vital...
Gorgeous.
There's two vital components you failed to mention about this fabulous jacket.
Yep.
One, made of leather.
Yep.
Two, bright pink.
Yep.
Hideous.
What's wrong with that?
Awful.
Is it pink?
Yeah.
I thought it was tan.
Are you blind?
Yeah, probably.
Honestly, it's the pinkest thing I've ever seen in my whole
Given how
life.
my year's gone so far, I wouldn't be surprised if I
Yeah, okay. I'll go and get your eyes tested. Let's go. So, Garrett goes to a storage auction.
Garrett the trash bag. So that's coming there.
Yes, but he's the garbage man.
Yeah, he's the garbage man, is his name.
Yes, that's his little name. Yeah, so a pal of his, he's got a pal at the auctions who's told him that there's this lot coming up for sale.
Who is this guy, Kat? I
He
recognise
is-
him from potentially, now I haven't seen Flight of the Conchords, but I think he might have been in that.
It is that.
Is it him?
So yeah, that's Jermaine Clement,
Right,
who is very famous.
right.
And for us, we've both not seen Flight of the Conchords, but we have seen Moana.
He's not
hasn't
Tamatoa.
always been this grey. And
Is
yeah,
he?
Yeah.
He was a drab little crab once. Right, again, we're going to end up getting sued multiple times here.
Multiple times.
Tamatoa is probably one of my favourite characters Disney has created in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And the character is only in one scene in the movie and owns it so much that he's one of the most memorable things about it. If you haven't seen Moana, firstly, what is wrong with you? Secondly, go and watch it now.
Yeah.
Pause this. Go and watch it. Come back. But no, Tamatoa cracks me up. I've actually genuinely considered getting a Tamatoa tattoo. Wow, that was really fun to say.
Yeah, Tamatoa tattoo. Yeah, he's excellent. Like, Jermaine is just such a funny guy.
He's funny in this too. He's not in it much, but he's funny in it.
Exactly.
We've actually got a few sound bites from him. So.
We do. So it transpires that this storage auction has got a boxed up Atari Cosmos, I think it was.
Is that just a form of Atari? I didn't know there was more than one type of Atari.
But he says there's a boxed one, and Garrett's face just lights up. He's like, oh my God, that's worth a fortune. So he thinks that all his money problems will be solved by buying this storage locker. And they have the auction, and you can see it, like, Jason Jason Momoa plays it really well, where like the auction's getting higher and higher, and you can see him being like, well, I have to get this, because he can see it. Like the locker's open, he can see the box.
Yeah, it goes up to $900 though.
Yeah.
I've seen Storage Wars a wee bit. Nobody goes, yep, though, which is a bit sad.
I think they should have thrown that in for a bit of flavour.
That guy's a bit tragic though. Eh?
Yeah, I think
he's got a hat now that's got, well, I think he's for a while now.
Yeah.
He's got a hat that's got yup on it, and it's like, you think he's tried to make it like a brand, and you're like, right, mate, calm down.
I think there's been quite a few tragedies and a bit of
Really?
controversy.
The only
associated with it. It's
person
probably best
who
not to, actually.
has a brand from catchphrases, right, is Pinky, right, who is a character on my Animal Crossing island, and she wants to be famous, and she comes up with catchphrases all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She is rad.
She is rad.
Right? And she always goes on about how she's building her brand, and I'm all behind Pinky for that.
She'll bring the fame to Berk.
But that guy that's all like, yep, kind of annoying.
Yeah, very
It's
annoying.
quite fun to do. Try it. Go on.
Yep.
That's good, eh?
Nah,
Nah, you're not a fan.
not for me.
Fair enough.
Not for me.
900's a lot, though.
$900 is a lot, especially when you don't have it. So he writes a check and he puts it.
laughing at this
Honestly, it's so funny. He puts it in the pocket of the guy running the auction and went, I wouldn't cash that for at least 6 months. Which is just gold. Really, really gold.
I know. And Jermaine, what's his face? Is just like, eh?
He's like, what? So good. Actually, we should also point out that Jermaine, his American accent, very good.
Oh, no, you'll hear it in a second.
Yeah, very good. So Garrett gets into the storage locker and then immediately goes for the Atari and pours it out, and it's just full of junk. The box has not got an Atari in it whatsoever. It's just full of rubbish. And he has an absolute meltdown.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a toddler tantrum. He absolutely flips out.
He really
Just
does.
throwing everything about in that.
Yeah, he totally flips out, and Jermaine's character does not have the best response.
No, and he tries to kind of talk him down to say, maybe you're looking for the wrong thing in the wrong place, and it's very, very stupid, cheesy, completely out of place, and vanilla as hell thing to say. But that's what makes it so funny, I think.
When are you gonna stop looking for treasure inside a storage unit and recognize that the real treasure is inside your heart?
It's amazing. Your real treasure.
Just what you want to hear.
I know. And then after that, he's like, he gets pissed. Garrett's just caused chaos. And after that, he sort of calls Garrett out for his shitty behaviour and storms away with the rest of the storage war folk.
Let's roll, everyone. This man has no respect for the storage community.
Storage community. Brilliant, man. He's funny. But that's the last we see of him, but he's funny in it.
A very, very excellent cameo.
I do enjoy also that there is the that when Jermaine's character is beefing up the storage unit, not just talking about the Atari, he's like, there is a big collection of unisex turquoise blouses, which cracked me up because obviously that's what Steve wears in the game. Mm-hmm. He's got that blue blouse, and also in this movie, Jack Black just wears the turquoise. Such a basic bitch costume.
Yeah.
But it's funny because that's what he looks like in the game.
It is.
And that's why it lands. Do you know what I mean? I think that's why it lands anyway.
I agree.
But, it's the game you play when you play Storage Wars.
That is the game you play.
Right?
Gamble.
You could end up with the shite of the day or an empty Atari box, in this case.
Or all of Steve's old belongings, which may also contain the orb.
The cube-shaped orb.
Not just any old orb. So yeah, Garrett's not having a great day.
Oh God, no, in the next scene, eh?
No, so on the drive home, his car breaks down. As Garrett is having his breakdown at the side of the road.
And it is quite spectacular. You get just these like snippet shots of him just absolutely losing his mind. Eh?
Yeah.
I watched that, I was like, I've been there. These past few years, I have been there.
Yep, having an absolute meltdown.
Yep.
Another car is driving past on the opposite side of the road, and this is where we meet Natalie and Henry, who are played by Emma Myers and Sebastian Hansen.
The wonderful Emma Myers.
She is
Who
brilliant.
you will know if you have seen Wednesday.
Yes.
She plays Enid.
Oh, beloved Enid.
Yeah, like the best character in the whole show.
Yeah.
Next
she's
to
great.
Thing. As Enid. And I love that her and Enid and Thing get on so well as well.
They've got such a cute wee friendship.
It's funny.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, Emma Myers in a big movie role, which is really cool.
Yeah, super cool.
This woman is going to be massive, I reckon.
I think
I
you're
mean,
right.
she's already doing pretty bloody well now, but I reckon she's going to do pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I know she dropped her salary for Wednesday season 2 because she really felt that the character should be in the show. So she was like, that's fine, I'll just drop my salary then. I think Enid should be in it. And she's right, because without her, what show would you have had?
Well, this is it. And also the thing is, I think longevity-wise, that was a very wise move. So short-term pay cut for much more exposure.
Totally. Emma Myers rules. She's cool.
She's very cool. And what we see is that Natalie and Henry are moving to Chuglas, Idaho, after their mum has passed away. Anywho. And Natalie has taken on a full-time job as the social media manager for the local crisp brand.
Yeah, man, I want to work for a crisp factory. Sorry. This is an American movie. We have an American audience, so potato chips, please.
Fair enough. We'll
Right.
go with potato chip because that's what they refer to it as.
I want a pack of crisps. That's what we say here.
Give you some crisps.
Smoky bacon. You know what I mean?
Cheese and onion, please.
Cheese and onion, smoky bacon. What are the ones, the Irish ones? They rule.
Oh, potatoes.
Yeah, Jonathan gave us some of those ones. And then after he gave us them, I got obsessed. And then there's a shop no far up with the next town over for us that sells them.
Yeah.
Where I go and drop my parcels off. So if I go in, I'm just like, and I'll take all of them into the basket.
And that's where we get the good energy drinks from too.
You also get the good energy drinks there, the devil ones or whatever they're called. Satan drinks or something, what is it?
I don't remember.
Hell or something, I can't remember. It's one of those. Nah.
I don't remember these.
Are you thinking of Monster though? Because they
Yeah, I
do
was
the
thinking
good
the
Monster in there too.
Monsters. Yeah.
They also have these coffee drinks that are called Hell or something.
That's as
And they've
well
got a
up
whole
the street.
fridge inside. It's weird. The shop's quite grotty, right? It needs work. There's barely anything in there.
What it
A lot of
needs is
people
a
just
good
go in to do
sponge.
their parcels and get a couple of bits, eh?
Yeah, I thought it needs a good sponge.
It does, aye. But in the corner, there's just this brand new fridge. It looks like something out of a movie. It looks so out of place, eh?
Yeah.
Brand new fridge. It's just got Hell or something on the top. And it's like these coffee drinks. I had one once. It was quite good.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. What were we talking about? Minecraft.
Yeah, we're talking about potato chips. And actually, what you see is Natalie has a real sort of undertone of melancholy about the fact she's talking about going full-time when she's so young.
She is. She's so young and she's essentially looking after her brother because the parents are no longer around.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad, and I did not expect when I saw this movie at all.
Yeah.
I didn't expect us to have a sibling story between two siblings who are struggling to figure out what's going on now. Now, I am not going to sit here and say that this movie has depth, right? And that is something I say on Rank Rotten all the time. I'm always saying, looking for depth. There's depth here. Depth alert, right? There's no lot of that here.
No.
But I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
In this case. But there is a little bit of it here. A little bit of a story going on.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
People would disagree, and they're allowed.
Natalie and Henry arrive at their new house and they meet Dawn, the estate agent / mobile zoo owner.
She's got a lot of side hustles. She actually says that later on, I think.
She does indeed. She said she had something like 15 or something. I don't know if that was an exaggeration.
It's class, man. Who's the actor that plays this part again? Sorry, I do not have a cast list. I normally do.
Danielle Brooks.
Now, I knew her from, I think, Orange is the New Black, potentially.
Yeah.
And she's been in lots of other bits and bobs as well.
She was in Peacemaker.
That's what it is. That's a good show, by the way. Just saying. We've only watched one episode of season 2, but we also just got HBO Max in the UK. So
Yeah. So double whammy.
Ken,
We're ready.
You're watching that shit. You know, after we finish My Hero Academia, which is our evening today.
Yeah.
The last 2 episodes. Can't believe it. And then Mandalorian for the new movie coming out.
Yes.
We rewatch that.
Our TV schedule is looking top tier.
Totally. And you guess what else is on HBO Max? Adventure Time, all 10 seasons.
Excellent. Very
Distant
good.
Lands Adventure Time.
Very
Fiona
good.
and Cake. All of it. It's pretty cool.
Very good.
Buzzing about HBO Max.
Yeah.
Remember I was like that? I'm no getting it. I'm no paying for another service. And then when it came out, I was like, let's get it.
To be fair, we got it through Sky, so we
true.
didn't have to take a really big gamble.
No,
But
not really. No.
I would now pay for it.
Yeah, totally. It's rad.
So Dawn is there to meet them at their house, to welcome them to Chugless. I like how neither of us have made any jokes about Chugless as of yet, but that's fine.
Big Chugless, big Chugless, big Chugless.
Ooh. Copyright.
I don't think so. That's a meme song. I don't think that's got copyright.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Also, I'm going to refer to that again later because there's actually a reference to that in this movie.
There is. We see Henry and Natalie trying to settle into their new home and make the best of things, and it's quite nice in that they're both really trying to, keep the pep up. Difficult though. Very difficult.
Especially when you've got a suspiciously piglin-shaped jug.
I also noted the pig
What's
jug.
with that?
I have no idea.
Do you know what it had me thinking of? I think I've written it here. Aye. Roten. I think I've jotted it down here. It has been roten. It reminded me of Labyrinth, right? In Sarah's room, she's got lots of little bits and bobs, and all of the things in the room are in the labyrinth when she goes into the labyrinth.
I do remember
And
that.
that's why I've always wondered, and I don't think I'm the only one, in the movie Labyrinth, is it happening or is she imagining it happening because of the items and stuff that influence the story in her room?
I think that's a subject that's up for debate.
Probably, but that's not what we're here to talk about because that movie is probably fresh and it rules. And,
I would suspect it's very fresh.
And also, that's what reminded me because she's got this piglin jug and it's like she's about to get into a whole
Pig adventure.
piglin-related escapade adventure.
Yeah, she might feel differently about it after she's come out of the overworld, if she makes it.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, I want a breakfast tater tot pizza. So
Yes, that's
can we
what-
make that happen, please?
That's what Natalie makes Henry for his first day at school, is their mum's traditional recipe of tater tots in a pizza form.
Yeah. Do you know what? We've only this is going to sound mad to some folks. We've only just kind of got tater tots now in the UK.
Yeah, they've
Now,
only just made it across the pond.
You were able to get them in restaurants and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but now you can buy them in frickin' the local shops.
Yeah.
But they're called hash brown bites
Yeah. Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Not potato barrels, not tater tots.
Yeah, totally. That's what they're called at Disney World.
Yeah.
Potato barrels. I
Yeah.
was like, what the hell's this potato barrel thing? And I ordered it, and it was like, they're tater tots.
Oh my god, love tater tots. Yeah.
Tater tots and pancakes, Mickey-shaped pancakes for breakfast every day.
We were living the
At
dream.
Disney World, we were living the dream.
So good. Didn't know how good we had it.
I know, I really want one of those waffle makers that's Mickey's face, but I can't get one.
Can't get them in this country.
I'll just ship it over.
Yeah, maybe. But we need to get a plug adapter.
That's fine.
Maybe we can make it work.
Anyway,
Nah. So Henry leaves with his tater tot breakfast pizza in tow to try and help him make friends.
it looks banging.
It does look good, to be fair. And on his way, he stops in at Garrett's shop to see how he's doing.
Game over, world.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and Garrett is talking to Henry and basically almost trying to give him a little pep talk.
He is. He's actually quite nice.
He
Garrett.
is.
Aye.
He's quite sweet to him. However, it is all garbage. Like, it's all very generic. It's all gobbledygook. Like, you just need a few extra pieces of the puzzle to make the full picture and all this sort of stuff.
He honestly goes, listen, I'm going to give you, he's like, listen, I'm going to give you a hot garbage tip, right? and then he just goes into this nonsensical shite. that
Yeah.
makes me say-
That is not useful.
And
in the
Henry's
slightest.
just like, eh?
What? And then proceeds to give him a flyer for life coaching.
Yeah, I
That he's
does that.
As he's giving Henry the flyer, though, he rips the tinfoil on the tater tot pizza
Yeah.
and goes, "Oh, tater tot breakfast pizza."
He's like, he
As if
knows
it's
what
a
it is.
thing. Yeah, and he's like, "I'll just have that." And Henry's like, "Sure, just take it."
I'm going to look at a recipe for a tater tot breakfast pizza
Yeah.
and make one.
Let's find out
If I can
it's a
figure
thing.
out how to do it in the air fryer, we're golden.
I think we will.
Do you know, I actually tried to look at what Garrett's t-shirt was, and there's nothing really solid about it, because I thought it was a reference to something.
Yeah, I thought it was like Alter Beast or something.
Well, it looks like that, but it's not the same design. And then
Okay.
somebody said it was something to do with potentially Ron Perlman's version of Beauty and the Beast, right?
Oh, right, okay.
Didn't know that existed. And other people said it was maybe a reference to YouTube or some YouTuber or something. I
Okay.
don't know. Genuinely can't find a solid answer for it.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would be something they would throw in for no reason.
I know. I don't know.
Interesting.
Was it me yet? Sorry.
No, it's me. I'm on the last.
It's me.
Very good.
Thanks.
Very good. Arriving at school, Henry meets the vice principal, who is played by Jennifer Coolidge.
Reprising her role from A Cinderella Story, I reckon this is her future.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever happened at the end of Cinderella Story, she got arrested and she had to build her life back up. She became the vice president. She became the Veep. She became the vice principal of a school in Idaho. That's what happened, because she is playing the same frickin' part, basically.
Basically,
She
yeah.
seems she's much nicer in this movie, so I feel that it's Jennifer Coolidge's character from A Cinderella Story, available in the archives. And this is what she went on to do.
Okay.
And she's learned a few lessons. She's a bit nicer now. And she's looking for love.
You think that Fiona's been rehabilitated and has become a school vice principal?
Called Marlene,
And changed her name to Marlene.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, and has since had a husband and managed to get divorced in that time.
Yes.
Okay.
It's been quite a while since A Cinderella Story.
That is true. Yeah, it's not impossible.
Genuinely, because I swear to God, I know I'm kidding here, but she plays the same frickin' part nearly.
Yeah, it is. Except she does play with a bit more warmth than Fiona
That's
has.
what I'm saying. She's learned her lesson
Okay.
from her experience in that shitty movie. You know? Don't watch it, guys. Just go and listen to our episodes. Right?
I think you should watch it. It's not very long.
Aye. Small mercy there.
What we can see when Henry goes to class is that Henry is a bit of a dreamer. And while he's supposed to be drawing a fruit still life in his first class, he draws a banana with a jetpack. And it's
I mean,
a very good jetpack.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I had plenty of teachers who would have nurtured that level of creativity when I was
exactly.
at school.
But the teacher...
Especially my teacher, Miss Walker. She was great. She was an art teacher, and she was always pushing me in the right direction. I never thought I was that good at anything, but she'd come over and be like, "That's really cool. This is a really good idea. You should explore this more." And it's like, you should have more teachers like that, woman. She was great.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
it's a definite skill.
Aye, totally. But unfortunately, he's not in art class. No, he is. Is he in art class?
Yeah, he's in art class.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
But he's not drawing the banana fruit thing.
he's not drawing the banana and the
technically,
orange.
he is.
Still life, yeah.
Technically, he is.
But
But he's
the-
drawn it with a jetpack.
He has drawn with the jetpack, yeah. And the teacher kind of admonishes him for it, but the teacher seems a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
And him, the teacher...
That's what I'm saying. You need more teachers to nurture your creativity, man.
You do. But the teacher and the local kids kind of double down on Henry and make fun of him and be like, jetpacks would never work. Like, you can't get that going. So, of course, Henry sees the challenge and builds one.
Of course the kid's good at building shit.
Of course he is.
That wouldn't have worked for the story otherwise.
It would not.
It's very, very convenient.
He is very good at it. However, they go outside of the class to have a demonstration of the jetpack. And it does work.
So me talking about saying I'm no nurturing his creativity, the teacher does let him go through with this.
He does, but...
Maybe regrets it.
Yeah, it does go out of control and crashes into the giant potato chip mascot at the factory where Emma has just started her new job.
Yeah, I just heard, oh dang, he gone effed up the giant Tatty Man. Tatty Man down.
Tatty Man down, yeah, poor Chuggy.
Chuggy the Tatty Man.
Yeah, also I found the name Chuggy quite distracting because, like, for us that means chewing gum.
Chuggy, aye. I mean, the term chug does have some other, meanings, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, means a few other things.
It does, unfortunately. But yes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't Google that.
Yeah, don't Google that, for sure. But yes, Chuggy colloquially in Scotland, particularly the east of Scotland.
You're going to chug it!
Means chewing gum.
They say chewing gum. That's, by the way, how people say it.
Unfortunately for us, it's not a terrible impression that you've just done.
Yeah.
I also love that when it starts going sideways, that the teacher runs away and goes, "Teacher was never here," and then runs off.
He does. So Henry then gets pulled into the principal's office, and basically he's like, I can't phone Natalie, my sister, because I'll get in the shit. So I'll phone Garrett and pretend he's my uncle. Logical way to go about it when you're a child.
Yep.
I'll just call this man that I've only met this morning, and who ate all my tater tots to come and get me and pretend he's my uncle.
For $26.
For $26. Because he's like, I've got $26, and it's just like, the next scene you just see Garrett pull up to the school.
Yeah, in his
now fixed car apparently.
Yeah.
But he's worried about the calling Emma, and then basically Jennifer Coolidge, Marlene, comes out and she has a wee chat with Garrett, and it just absolutely cracked me up that we had to absolutely single out this bit of Jennifer Coolidge action, didn't we?
We did.
Because she basically at first doesn't remember that he's called the garbage man and calls him the trash bag, which just cracks me up as well.
You? The trash bag?
It's actually garbage man.
Garbage man, huh? Oh, you can bag me up and take me to the curb anytime. But you gotta bungee the lid, because I got a lot of raccoons in there.
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know.
Is she saying that she's not had action in a bit?
I think so.
Is that what she's trying to say?
But, oh yeah, that came out of left field for me.
Oh my God, I was
hilarious.
deed. And in the cinema as well, because I was surrounded by children watching this movie, me and Bob were deed, because it really does come out of nowhere. It's one of those lines they throw in for adults to have a giggle at, I think.
I definitely think so.
Jennifer Coolidge rocks it in this movie. She's not in it a lot, but where she is, it matters.
Oh my goodness, she makes it count.
So Garrett takes Henry back to Games Overworld, where they examine the orb, and basically, much to all the warnings, put the two things together.
Yeah, they've got Steve's note as well.
Steve's note is absolutely hilarious because the warning is like eerily specific and hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't remember quite what it says, but the warning basically says something along the lines of, if you want to come here and get loads of riches, don't do it, or whatever. It's really specific to Garrett's situation.
It really is.
So Natalie basically then calls Dawn, the real estate lady / llama woman / everything else, and / child finder apparently, to help her find Henry, because he should have been home like ages ago. So I think at this point, Dawn's the only other person Natalie knows in this time.
Yeah, like it's such
quite
a shame.
sad, because she's
Yeah.
like, oh well, she doesn't have anybody else to call, really.
Yeah.
And Dawn is awesome, so she's there to help, like immediately. And she tracks Henry's phone to the old mine.
Yes. Suspicious.
Yeah.
She's like, don't worry, he's fine, he's at the old mine.
Aye, I know, that's what she says. Aye. It's like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it. So basically, Garrett and Henry have followed the orb to the mine.
Yes.
I was like, I looked away to take a note. I'm like, how the hell did they know to go to the mine? But the orb tells them to go there.
It does, it's kind of pulling them there. And what's really interesting is when they're heading into the opening of the mine, Garrett is behind Henry and he's like, I'll cover your six.
Yeah, it's so tragic. He's like, I'll cover your six. Like, thinks he's all cool and that.
Yeah, in reality, he's sending a child in first.
He said to the child in first is basically what he's doing. But
100%.
I actually had that written down as well. I'll cover your six. By the time Nat and Dawn arrive, Garrett and Hank are really close to the portal, and it sort of forces, the orb sort of forces them through the portal into the overworld. All of them through.
Yeah, so it's really, they're in like a little chain, they're all pulled through, but they're also at one point all pulling back, and it reminded me of, the enormous turnip.
You love The Enormous Turnip.
I do.
Cat was in a very successful production of The Enormous Turnip.
And
you played the cat. I don't know
I
what
was
the
the
cat.
cat.
I took a
yeah.
guess. I'm pretty sure it was the cat. You told me this.
Yes, another stage performance by me.
That's it. Cat is a very accomplished actor. What? What age were you? 6?
I think it was about 8.
Class. Well, it's fine because when I was a kid, we did a Christmas play. We did a Nutcracker, and I was a rat. Were they mice? And
I think they're mice.
All right, cool.
You've certainly sold
rats
me.
are cooler, so I was a rat, right? And I had to I made a paper mache tail. I was wearing frickin' tights that my mum had got me. We all were. All the boys were wearing the tights.
Very progressive.
I was for the time. For a school in a council estate, we were wearing tights, and we were very comfortable and having a great laugh in the tights. And we had the mouse's tail sticking at the back. And me and another kid decided that the best thing we could do was to build swords out of blocks, like Lego blocks.
Like Minecraft.
But it didn't work out, so we went and smashed them together and they just exploded during the show. And then we just had to sort of go, anyway, and then that was the end of our wee bit.
Wow, I've not heard that part of the story before.
Nah.
No.
Anyway, I was a rat/mouse. It was cool. And I was wearing tights, and it was totally awesome.
Good job.
But when they all landed at the overworld, it's hilarious because they all get thrown through the portal and they sort of bump hard into each other. And like Dawn comes flying through it. Eh?
She really does.
It's hilarious. But they all land through, and then they're basically like, what the hell is going on? It's beautiful, it's colourful. They're like, this is wild. And the first thing they see is a pink sheep, and it's just funny as hell.
They do. At this point, Garrett also has an answer to what he thinks has happened. He says, I think this is Wyoming.
Yeah, it does,
Why?
I don't think we're in Idaho anymore. I think this is Wyoming. and then he assumes that the pink sheep is a quest giver, which again cracks me up. And then he approaches the sheep, and the sheep makes this sound, which I absolutely have to single out as one of my favourites. That was the sheep just voms, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just goes, and just like a wee spud. We'll just hear that one again, shall we? There you go.
Delicious.
Gorgeous. I can't quite remember how, but we see the Nether, and we see Malgosha in the Nether, and they're now aware that the cube has entered the overworld again.
Yeah. So
how is that? Do you remember?
They see some sort of hologram about how the orb is back, and it's a hologram of the orb. So it's like they've got an alarm set up almost.
But we were taking notes constantly, so there was a few things here and there where I was like, wait a minute, I think I missed that. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's good to both Thursdays, because sometimes the other one picks it up.
Definitely.
But my brain is sort of geared in a certain way that I can engage with this movie because it's throwing stuff at me constantly. Mm-hmm. And it's silly and entertaining, and my brain kind of needs that sometimes.
Totally.
A movie like this allows me to switch off.
Yes.
Often when we watch movies, I'm on. Does that make sense?
Because you're trying to keep a whole little thread.
And look into the deeper meaning behind things and analyse things. I've got an analytic mind that's very much grown in this past sort of 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. But for a film like this, it's almost comforting because it's just throwing stuff at you, and you're just there to absorb it. That's it.
Yeah.
See what I mean? But yes, sometimes, because it was quite a lot, we did miss a few things occasionally. But I love it because at this bit too, Malgosha's like, there's this little piglin, and it's drawn, and it's doing something. She's like, what have you got there? And the wee piglin just comes over, and it's cute, eh?
It's so cute.
And it comes over, and it's like,
a
I've got a little picture, and it shows a little picture, and it's like a little house, and like, and it's really cute, and then she just stabs it.
Yeah, and it turns into a pork chop.
She stabs it, and it turns into a pork chop.
She's so mean. She's so mean. She's
I was like, oh, this little guy's cute. Dead. Just stabbed into a pork chop.
Terrible.
God, and that's the other thing in this movie. Every time a piglin gets killed, they just turn into a pork chop.
Yeah.
I think that happens in game as well, to be fair. And then I was like, what are the big tentacle cube destroyers? You looked that up.
Yes, they're called ghasts.
Ghasts, that's it. I think my name was better, but it's fine.
Yeah, you're netherwort.
No, I called them netherworts this morning. We're rewatching the bits of the movie this morning. And I'm like, netherworts. You're like, that's not what a netherwort is. I think it's some sort of drinking draft that they drink later on, isn't it?
Yeah.
The netherwort to stop them zombifying when they come through
That's right.
into the overworld from the netherworld.
Yes, but it's only temporary effects.
Right. Sorry. It's just funny sitting having these conversations. It sounds like we're having a mental breakdown.
Oh, often does.
It sounds like we're having a mental beat. But Malgosha basically then releases Steve, because Steve's in like a wee cage. He's making like some sort of sculpture.
Of Malgosha.
Of Malgosha, yeah. And she releases Steve to hunt down the orb because she threatens that if he doesn't, she's got Dennis, because she's got Dennis's collar.
Mm-hmm. Even though we know
Dennis, she's no got Dennis.
Yeah.
Right? Because Dennis has been watching the group.
Yeah. He's been in the real world.
He's been in the real world watching the group here and there, which we hadn't mentioned, but doesn't matter.
You just got to trust us.
You've got to trust us. You're in good hands here, guys, right? So she releases Steve, leave to go and get the orb because she's threatening him to say that she's got Dennis. In the meantime, one of the villagers, who are these wee men who have like their hands like linked together and with big noses, if you're not familiar with them from the game, they look exactly like they do in the game. It's actually a really good representation.
Yeah.
And they don't talk, they just go, and he wanders through the portal into the real world from the overworld.
Yeah.
Hilarity is going to ensue later.
So what happens at that point as well is that the villager comes out, but Dennis goes in.
Yeah, they're sort of passing. Yeah. So Dennis is in the overworld. A villager has left the overworld. It's all gone mental. As day turns into night, the group are attacked by zombies and skeletons, some of which are on spiderback.
Yeah, terrifying.
Terrifying. But while running away, Garrett falls into a hole and has to tunnel his way out, discovering that you can break the terrain with the blocks. And so this is how they start to figure out how to play the game, essentially.
Yeah, when Garrett falls down that hole and he bounces, hilarious.
It's funny, yeah.
So funny.
But night is horrific and terrifying and fear incarnate in this game.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just saying, because I've told you about my traumatic experience with Minecraft earlier. It is scary. And I think they do a good job of getting that across in the movie, how scary it actually is. Do you know what I mean?
It really does.
And I imagine the skeletons and all that probably scared a few little ones in the cinema, I'll tell you.
Yeah, there were a few times I was like, oh, this is quite scary.
Aye. But I also enjoy how quickly the group catch on to how the overworld works, especially Henry.
Yeah, this is really to Henry's forte.
But in the fray, Henry hits a tree and makes the same discovery. He builds a fort to keep him, Nat and Dawn safe, whilst Garrett's tunnelling underground.
Yes.
Garrett reaches the fort, but it doesn't really have an entrance yet. He also gets in a fight with a creeper and completely bitch slaps it.
He does.
It is funny as hell. He bitch slaps it and then basically he immediately apologises because he doesn't know what it is. Because in the game, creepers, when you hit them, they flash, blow up.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the best way I can explain it.
It's a great description.
And then Garrett basically gets blown up and screams and Cat was dead. So we obviously singled that bit out, haven't we? So Garrett gets launched by the creeper. And do you know what I was wondering at this point? Can zombies get in? And because I'm a peaceful mode sandbox baby, right?
Yeah.
When you play survival modes, which I do want to try, can zombies get in if you have the door shut?
I don't think so.
Because it freaks me out.
Yeah, I think if as long as it's a sealed unit,
Right.
they can't get in.
Cool.
But I'll have to defer to...
The Minecraft specialist, aka Bob.
Yeah.
Right.
So answer on a postcard, please.
Okay.
Also, while Garrett is running, he drops the cube.
Oh, of
and
course.
the earth crystal, which is the outer covering, shatters. So he's only got the cube, the orb, the cube-shaped
orb
left, and he puts it down his trousers for safekeeping.
Lovely.
I was like, oh, that's horrid.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett, although Jason Momoa is a gorgeous man, right? He, in this movie, looks like he would smell it.
Yeah, he doesn't. He looks a bit gross.
He's got perfect hair.
Oh, yeah.
But you feel like those denims probably smell a bit like ass.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He needs to wash them denims, I can tell.
I agree.
But the zombies are creepy, innit? Do you not think so? They behave like proper zombies.
They do.
It's cool.
Yeah, no.
The horror vibes were there and I was there for it.
Mm-hmm.
The group are then cornered by the zombies and Steve arrives to save the day, and it is one of the most frickin' joyful things I have ever seen.
It's an interest and a half.
There are a few scenes in this movie that are just joy incarnate because you're watching it with a big smile on your face and just laughing, or this is I can't think, or you're watching it. This is insane that this is where we are.
Yeah.
But he destroys the zombies in the most stylish fashion. It's amazing.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Although I do think that Steve, okay, he comes and saves them, but actually it's time that saves them.
Oh, it's time, but also Steve sort of times it really well because he's hitting them all and all the rest of it, and then he goes like that, boom, and then the sun comes out and they all go on fire, so he knows it's about to happen because he's got the time cycle down. Get what I mean? Which
is impressive because he's been in a dungeon for
a wee while. He's acclimatised to the outdoor setting quite quickly. But Steve's dramatic entrance, which basically became really frickin' meme-worthy, didn't it?
It did.
Is here, and this is the bit I keep referring to, and it just cracks me up.
I am Steve.
Now, it's outrageous. Now, I think largely the reason it sort of became such a big deal, it was in the trailer, right? He's got this overly dramatic sort of line delivery. Hey, I'm really... Steve, right? Aye, and then like it's also like I've mentioned already, it's the overly simple costume design. He's just wearing the turquoise top and bottoms, and it's really funny. And I think that's why it became memeable immediately because it was in the trailer. And so actually, to the point where when me and Bob saw this in the cinema, there was a group of about 6 or 7 kids in front of us. And they all went, I'm Steve. They were so excited because they'd obviously seen the memes, and it's quite funny, isn't it? This film did have a strange relationship with its audience because there was a lot of that kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've mentioned this already briefly, but there was a lot of engagement in the cinema, and people were, you know, making it an event sort of thing. I'll mention it more later, but yeah, this bit really is a meme-worthy scene, and that's why it's always going to be remembered and synonymous with this movie.
Definitely.
Because it's so stupid.
Yeah.
That Jack Black is Steve. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But it works.
Also, so at that point, after Steve has saved them, he introduces himself to the group, and when Garrett and Steve meet each other, they do the handshake like the video game that Hunk City Brawl Rampage.
Yep.
Hunk City Rampage.
Yep, you got it.
Where they do like the
you son of a bitch. It's not quite that.
It's not quite
like
that.
Kind of Outrunners for AEW. Do that.
It's not dissimilar to that though.
Which is obviously a reference to Predator, because Outrunners are like whole theme is a wrestling tag team that are like the 80s.
Yeah.
They even shave their head into skullets. It's ridiculous.
Ugh.
But it's similar to that because they do that arm grab thing, don't they?
Yeah.
And you're like, there is a bromance brewing here,
Totally.
and I'm into it.
I appreciated that. I really did.
Like, this is what I liked about it. In another world, in another movie, these two characters would clash and they wouldn't get on because that's just how it's supposed to work. But the reality is they both get on.
Yeah.
And it's class. And it's amazing to watch them get on so well. After initially they're like, Ken, Garrett's a bit it's a sus, Steve. And then it develops from there and then they end up getting on really well. It's really cool. It made me feel cozy on Mormon side.
I think that's perfectly valid.
It could just be the Iron Brew. Steve, where are we? Anyway, although I really enjoy here that I can't remember who. I think it's Dawn. Yes, Dawn. I've got it here. She says she gives Henry the cube, and she's like, "You hold on to this. You've got them good Frodo vibes."
Loved that.
Them
It's
good
so
Frodo
true.
vibes. And I was like, she's actually nailed it. Eh?
Yeah, he does. He's got those wholesome vibes.
So we go back to the real world and we see Veep Marlene, who is Jennifer Coolidge, the vice principal, and she hits the villager with her car.
Uh-oh.
It is spaghetti. And it is actually very funny because it's Jennifer Coolidge pulls out this line again that is just hilarious, isn't it?
Gold.
Why she feels the need to name the model and brand of her car, I don't know, but it cracks me up.
Your head is huge. You're not gonna sue me, are you? Because everyone wants to sue me once I hit them with my Jeep Grand Cherokee.
She's so funny.
My Jeep Grand Cherokee.
As soon as she hits him, she goes, "Not again."
She does. And also the whole time the villager's just going, "Arr." You can hear it there. He's like, "Arr, arr." It's like, it's the little side plot I didn't know I needed. And then when I saw the movie, I was like, I'm into this. It's funny.
Totally.
The magic edit, and we just had a wee break. Cat.
We did. Oh, sorry, I was finishing my sweetie.
She says, Cat demanded a sweetie top-up. Who am I to deny you? But now I have this A&W sarsaparilla drink, which is actually a root beer, but it's the Malaysian recipe. So let's go.
Let's see.
Hold on. Yeah. How's our sugar looking on this bad boy? Oof. Yeah. Can't have many of these, I'll tell you. That is amazing.
Is it good?
If you like root beer, which I know everybody does, I became a bit obsessed with our last trip to America because we were in Florida and I had root beer on tap in Universal Studios and in Disney, and I just drank root beer for like 2 weeks straight. And sugar-free root beer. Mm-hmm. Stuff 2 sugary ones a day. This is great. Yeah, in terms of sugar content, it's very high, so got to be careful with these. I think I'll be having one very often, but...
A wee special
it's
treat.
Good. It's good. What?
A wee special treat.
It is a treat. We like to buy treats when we record.
We do.
We don't always eat like absolute pigs. I know it sounds like we do. We've not been great recently. It's been a challenging time.
It has been a challenging time.
Sometimes you've got to be kind to yourself.
Treat yourself.
I like to treat ourselves when we make the podcast. It's good fun.
Yeah, makes it special.
Totally.
So Steve takes Nat, Henry, Garrett and Dawn to the Midport village to try and show them his stocks of things that he has and show them how to craft. Steve is describing the villagers because actually this is the first time that the 4 newbies have seen any villagers. Yeah. And he says that they're perfectly peaceful.
There's little kid ones that are just tiny mini versions of the big ones, and they're fun.
They've got the one big eyebrow. It's cute. And Steve makes note that they like to crush a loaf, aka eat a whole loaf of bread.
Yeah, I thought it was like he was talking about them having a jobby, to be fair. I'm going to go and crush a loaf. You know what I mean?
I just assumed he meant they liked eating bread because I was like, me too.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Because I've been largely housebound, that is another thing I have been enjoying doing at home, is baking bread.
You have baked
And
a lot of
everyone's been
bread.
reaping the benefits of this.
Yeah, it's been so good.
At least they've been telling me it's good. I don't know if that's true, but I'm trying my best.
It's very good. I've tanned a lot of your bread. A lot.
We've crushed a loaf.
I have crushed a loaf many a time.
Yep.
And it is increasing in frequency.
I don't know if we're talking about shiting or eating bread now.
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Cool.
So Steve is showing them around this Midport village and introduces them to his business, the Lava Chicken Shack. Have you got anything you want to add?
I'm literally breaking a sweat trying to do it. That's the problem here right now. Lava chicken.
Steve's Lava Chicken, yeah.
That's all we're doing.
Yeah, it's a very catchy number.
I think you're allowed up to 8 seconds.
There you go.
So I think that was less.
We will post a YouTube link so you can see Jack Black actually doing the Lava Chicken song.
Yeah, 100%. I actually had that written down and you'd said that.
Mm-hmm.
We will post a link to Steve. I mean, you will probably have seen it or heard it.
You definitely will have.
But I'm going to post a link anyway.
It is one of the biggest earworms you will ever hear.
I came back for the cinema and I was singing it and Kat was like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
And then when you saw the movie, you were like, no, I get it now.
I'm on board. I know every word.
I'm on board.
So the Lava Chicken Shack is basically a stand that you can go and order lava chicken. It seems to have a worker villager in it.
Does I?
Yeah. And Steve flicks a switch and a chicken falls down, hits the lava and turns into like this lava roasted chicken.
Mm.
And he pulls the leg.
It looks so good.
Yeah, the sound of the sizzle off that lava chicken.
Sizzling. That's what he says.
It is what he says, and it sounds good. It sounds really good. There is a great noise when the lava meets chicken.
It's like a little fart sound. It's quite funny. You'll see your villager just in the background.
Is excellent. So Steve pulls the leg off of the lava chicken because it's like a roast chicken. So he pulls the leg off and the steam coming off it does look delicious.
Yeah.
And he goes to take a bit of it and he's like, oh no, it's way too hot. And Garrett's like, it's fine, I was made for this. He goes straight in there to take a bite out of it, and it's just very funny.
It's so funny because Steve's like takes the bite and it nips a bit clearly, and then Garrett's like, oh, you're a big wuss, let me try it. And then Garrett just tries to style it out, and then everybody's sort of walking away and Garrett's just like, because it's so hot.
It's so hot, like Jason Momoa's eyes fill with tears.
Yes.
And like
he's got it dribbling out his mouth and he's sort of like
the steam coming out his nose, because there's steam coming off the chicken and there's steam coming out his nose at the same time while he's trying to cool it down. Like,
I'll tell you what, I will be
brilliant.
pissed if you can't get lava chicken at the Minecraft world at Chessington.
I'd be very surprised if you can't.
Yeah, I know. I want some of that lava chicken.
Very
They could
surprised.
even make it vegan
Yeah, you could.
because of the shape and everything. You
Totally.
could 100% make it. Probably easier to make a vegan chicken, lava
I agree.
chicken.
Yeah.
But I just want one.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's vegan or no. Give me it.
Yeah.
Also, something else to mention here, which is a really actual beautiful reference, to be fair, that people found really emotional when they watched this movie, was they walk into the village and there's a pig that walks by with a crown. And Henry or someone's like, what's with that? And he just goes, and Steve just goes, that is a legend. And the reason is that it's a reference to Technoblade. It's a very, very famous Minecraft YouTuber, and that's a wee nod to him because he passed away in 2022 to cancer.
Oh, goodness, that's so sad.
So it's sad, but a lot of people found it quite emotional and really nice that they included it.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
That's really nice. It's so nice to show
Aye.
that much respect for the community.
And when I saw it the first time, I was like, I didn't know that. Having looked into it, I think that's a really cool reference, and I dig that.
Nice thing to do.
Totes. Big Chungus, big Chungus.
So yes, we see General Chungus, or Big Chungus, whichever you want to call him.
So General Chungus is this pig boy who is actually voiced by the man who made the movie. What's his name?
Jared Hess.
Jared Hess. Jared Hess also worked on other brilliant movies such as Natural Libre. There's a tumbleweed.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've just heard it's the worst film ever.
It's on the list.
It is on the list, but listen, if people are saying that and I enjoy this movie, maybe I would like Natural Libre.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just really bad. Anyway, he voices General Chungus. So General Chungus's name is essentially, most likely, but not completely confirmed to be, a reference to Big Chungus, which is an internet meme, which is a sort of more rotund, chunky version of Bugs Bunny. Mm-hmm. And the song's all like, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus. And it's quite catchy.
Very catchy.
I reckon that's what they were doing here because this film really leans into internet culture.
It does, actually.
And that's one of the reasons people hate it.
Okay.
I think it's funny. And I'm going to post a link to Big Chungus
Yeah, fair enough.
because everyone needs to see it.
Totally.
It will make your day a little bit brighter or annoy the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Regardless, Big Chungus has left his mark on society.
Indeed. So Malgosha is preparing to send the piglins out from the nether.
Malgauche.
Yeah, to attack the village. She has her suspicions that's where Steve would go. So she gathers together all her piglins and she gives them some netherwort. As we say, that's what stops them turning into zombies.
It's not enough netherwort though, because Chungus is like, well, this isn't enough to go around. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, dude. That's basically what Chungus sounds like, and it's very funny.
Yes, it is. So they basically have to take like tiny sips.
Yeah, all of them.
Of this stuff. And she goes, go and get the roundlings.
The roundlings, I know she says it again.
Yeah. So off they march towards Midport Village. In this time, Steve is teaching the newbies into the overworld that creativity is essential for survival, from crafting basic pickaxes to managing inventory.
Nice.
Ooh. So he shows them how to use a crafting table. He shows them that he's got a lot of supplies there, including things like rockets and fireworks to propel themselves along, boots of swiftness. He's got diamond armour.
Yeah, I think the boots of swiftness, I googled that this morning. I think it was in Minecraft Dungeons specifically. I'm not sure though.
It's interesting that they blended the two together.
Cool idea.
Yeah, why not? He also shows Garrett the only ender pearl that he has, which Garrett then immediately uses because it allows you to transport from one place to another wherever you throw it.
He basically calls bullshit on what Steve is telling him and throws it over his shoulder, and then it transports him and he goes, ah!
Yeah. And he's like, great. Had to fight an ender for that. Fabulous.
Yeah. Had to fight an enderman for it. No biggie. So something like that, doesn't he?
However, this is the time when Henry absolutely shines. So he manages to blend stuff in the real world plus stuff from the overworld together to make some amazing things like a tater tot gun.
I think it's a tater tot gun.
Yeah.
Because one of the things he uses is a tater tot, which is hilarious. And then he proceeds to shoot loads of piglins with tater tots after this. I'm pretty sure it's tater tots.
I think it is.
Because I thought it was air at first, and you're like, no, pretty sure it's launching tater tots. Quite funny though.
Yeah.
But he breaks the mould by essentially blending Minecraft items with real world items on a crafting table.
Yes.
Which is kind of a fun idea, I think.
And Steve totally bigs him up for it.
He does, aye. Steve's buzzing about it.
Which I think is really nice.
Steve does nothing but feed Hank's creativity and be there to be that supportive figure that he wants.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Steve makes mention here that this is a environment where creativity is really rewarded, and he's talking to Natalie at this point, and she says, well, in the real world, creativity and being different can get you bullied and left out.
And Steve's like, yeah, don't I know it, or something like that, because obviously he's not had the best time.
Yeah. And then she's saying about how she's so worried about Henry not fitting in.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, Henry overhears her.
And after that, basically, Henry gets quite upset, and then Garrett just steps in being very unhelpful and just turns in and says, I'm more of a sister to Hank than you'll ever be.
Helpful. Thanks.
I know. It's an outrageous statement as well.
Oh.
But it's so funny.
It really is.
Garrett's hilarious.
So Steve, as I say, is also helping Garrett build things. So he manages to build some buck chuckets, which is like nunchucks with buckets on the end.
Yeah, he basically is like, oh no, I'm the best at building. And then he smacks his stuff onto the crafting table and smashes his wee hammer, and there's just two buckets. And they're like, Steve's like, oh, the buckets are really useful in this world. He's like, nah, they're buck chuckets. It's just funny as hell.
It's so funny.
If this kind of thing tickles you, I found it funny.
Mm-hmm.
So get off my back. And I will say, when Bob and I were in the cinema and the buck chucket line was dropped, we both guffawed in the cinema.
I am unshocked.
Yeah, we found it very funny. Buck chucket.
The buck chucket. It's the fact he tries to style it out like, yeah, that's what
it
I
is, and it's Momoa's delivery as well. It's just funny. He's so funny.
At this point, Garrett tries to blackmail Steve a little bit.
Yeah.
And says that he won't give Steve the orb unless he takes them on a detour to find some treasure. Because obviously he's in dire financial straits, so he's in a bit of a sticky spot. But he kind of has the orb on the inside of his jacket. Yeah. And he's just like, well, I'm not going to give you this.
He keeps flashing at him when he wants him to do something.
Yeah. And at this point, Garrett drops an excellent line. He says, no diamonds, no orb. You smell what I'm stepping in?
He smells what I'm stepping in.
I know. Ugh, yuck.
Do you know what was funny? You know Ozzy Osbourne's big benefit concert? Mm-hmm. So before the Prince of Darkness and the legendary figure, especially in this house, when Ozzy Osbourne, just before he passed away, had that huge benefit concert where he made something like 200 million for charities, which was phenomenal. And an amazing legacy to leave behind. But Jason Momoa presented that gig, and it was so funny. Like, I just didn't expect it when I watched it to be Jason Momoa that was presenting the whole thing. And then he kind of disappeared because he kept like popping up in the mosh pit and that during the show.
That's right.
It's class. He's amazing.
He looked like he was on a great time.
Totally.
Malgosha's Piglin army finally arrives at the village, led by Big Chungus.
Big Chungus. And you know, I actually like when they run past the llama. Did you see that? The Piglin army run. There's a llama and it's just eating, and it's like
just
a
chewing
wee
away.
daft look on his face. The Piglin army run past, and then it's still there. It just continues to chew like nothing's happened.
Yeah, doesn't even bat an eye.
Unfazed llama.
I want to be the unfazed llama. So Steve and the gang all take up arms to fight these piglins.
Huzzah!
Yeah, including Garrett and his buckchuckets.
Also, I'm just calling it, by the way. Chungus is sound.
Yeah, Chungus is sound.
He turns up and he's like, "Oh, Steve, you look like you lost some weight, dude." And he's super nice.
He's so nice.
And I know, and it's like, Steve's like, "Don't be fooled. He's a killer."
Yeah, but he seems really nice, and he seems like quite hesitant about it. He's like, "Sorry, I've got to do this."
He does. He doesn't want to. No, really.
Not really. To be fair, I wouldn't want to do Malgosha's work. She seems pretty horrible.
Spit a boot.
Yeah, nasty. During the fight, the group are separated. The villagers all scatter. So Natalie and Dawn had been looking for a villager that was selling a map to try and help them get to the Woodland Mansion where they're going to have to find the Earth Crystal. So they're on one side of the village when the attack happened, while Garrett, Steve and Henry, I was going to call him Hank, because they call him sometimes Hank, sometimes Henry.
Well, the thing is,
So
Garrett calls him Hank, and I was like, "Oh, he got his name wrong." And then you told me it was short for Henry. I had no idea.
Yeah. So yeah, Henry and Garrett and Steve are all on one side of the village, while Natalie and Dawn are on the other.
The action sequence in the village is so fun.
It is.
Right. Kind of I mentioned earlier on the sequence where Steve fights all the zombies. It's very similar vibe here. It's just joyful adventure, fun, silly entertainment. And there's a lot that goes on in that action sequence. A lot of tater talk, gun shooting, and all the rest of it. Podcasts aren't always well suited to going through heavy action scenes. Now, I've learned this from listening to anime podcasts where they're often like, "This is a very action heavy episode, so it's not going to be very long because we're not going to go through every move that happened."
Exactly.
But it is great. It's a fab scene, and it's really entertaining. It's really creative, very fun.
The problem is, at the top of the hill, that Steve only has 2 sets of wings.
Yeah, they're called elytra wings or something. I looked it up. He says it in the movie too. But yeah, they're quite a rare item. I think you get towards the end of the game.
Henry has his own set of wings, Garrett has a set of wings, and there's only really one solution for Steve, and that is to ride on the back of Garrett.
It is hilarious. Now, I've got a picture from this scene that I'm going to post on all the socials, which I'll do as soon as possible because, again, this episode's going out. We're not announcing it or anything. We'll be putting all the social materials out on the Good Friday. Hopefully Good Friday. So it'll be on there soon. But I'll go and have a look because that scene, that shot had us deed.
Honestly, hilarious.
It's just Jared Black's face like,
yeah.
Hey.
And using...
You can't see this, sorry.
It's a very good impression.
Thanks.
And using Garrett's hair
Aye.
to sort of steer him.
Like Remy in Ratatouille.
Exactly. And also there's a line here that I am willing to bet half this house on was improvised. Where Steve says to Garrett while on top of him, he's like, "Just trust me to guide you with my hips." And I was like, that sounds like it was totally on the fly, and I love it. So the piglins begin to chase after Steve, Garrett and Henry using the ghasts as well, and there seems to be more than there were in the village, so it seems like more have come through. And on the ghasts there's a little guy with a wee drum.
Yeah.
And I loved him. He was brilliant.
There's also incense burning piglins as well.
Yes.
My theory is that the incense stops the zombification process. I'm not sure if that's true, but there's definite evidence to suggest the little piglins that have the incense burners don't get zombified, and they're always around Malgosha.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who also doesn't seem to get zombified.
Not until later.
Very quickly, yeah.
Aye. So, and she's not... Yeah, I don't know. Just a thought.
It's a good theory.
Yeah.
It's a good theory. So the ghasts are able to shoot fireballs out their mouth.
Obviously, which they of course start doing, and Steve, Henry and Garrett start approaching a big wall where the piglins have put a big net up above the wall to try and catch them. So they need to try and go through the gap.
They do need to try and go through the gap, so they've managed to shoot a little hole. The gas has left a little hole left, and they decide that they're going to have to make a man sandwich.
Yeah, that's what he refers to as a man sandwich, and it is funny, man.
It's hilarious. So like Steve is on the bottom.
Yeah.
And Garrett is on the top. So Steve's head is in Garrett's feet.
Yeah.
and they're like, we're still too big for the hole.
They've got to they do this mad flip thing. I can't, and I've watched it a few times now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? How did they figure that out?
I have no idea.
It's weird.
I have no idea, yeah.
Anyway, it made me laugh, and it's like, he's like, don't be shy, just get in there.
Yeah. And then at one point, Garrett says to Steve, I'm going to squeeze for your safety. Which totally tickled me.
I was actually thinking, like, many a man or woman would want to squeeze Momoa's buns like JB does in this scene.
He's a very lucky man.
Eh?
Yeah.
Because he really gets in there.
He really
with
does.
the hands.
Yeah. Hanging on tight. As we all would, I'm sure.
Ah, well.
So they do successfully make it through the very tight hole with their wings intact.
You're laughing at the back.
No,
Sorry.
no tittering, but they're crashing towards the ground now. They are heading down, and they use a water bucket to safely land.
Yeah, I believe it's referred to as the water bucket clutch or something. And it's a trick that people use to basically stop taking fall damage.
It's a good
bucket
tip.
of water, you throw the water, land in the water, cushions your fall.
Genius idea.
And it's really fun that they included that, I think.
Yeah.
They do that a lot
definitely.
in this film, and it's really cool that they do.
They really do. So they land, they check everybody's all right, and then they start on their way to the mine on foot. At which point, Steve starts telling the story of why Malgosha has denounced creativity, and it's all because she entered the Nether's Got Talent. And
Obviously.
Where she was doing dancing, and she wanted to be one of the greatest dancers, and all the other piglins laughed at her.
Yeah, Steve's like, her moves were just too out there. And it's like, and she's dancing, and the piglins all laugh at her. I'm like, that's a shame, man.
Yeah, and what I assume is her dad then kind of tells her off even more, being like, oh, you're so embarrassing, sort of thing. Don't do that. Ridiculous.
I've got a public service announcement to make here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever let people or piglins stop you doing what you want to do or stop you following your dreams.
Wise words. We should get that on a t-shirt.
Or maybe we could word it a bit better, but the point is there.
The point is there, yes, and I do agree with you. And the Nether seems like a really mean place where you just can't express yourself whatsoever without being shot down. Awful.
Or stabbed, apparently.
Yeah.
Even for drawing a wee picture.
Terrible. It was a beautiful picture. So yeah, she hates creativity now. That's why she really cannot stand it.
Yeah, this is where we get Chungus on his way out, unfortunately.
We do.
Malgosha gets fed up with Chungus. She says something to him and he just goes, wait, does this mean you're firing me?
Yeah, because the great hog is unleashed.
Yeah, and he gets stabbed and turned into a pork chop.
Yeah.
Chungus.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Chungus.
Does he? I thought he got blown up.
I thought he was turned into a pork chop.
Maybe it does get turned into a pork chop.
Who knows?
Not us, apparently.
We're supposed to, but
Yeah.
who cares?
Okay. Yes, R.I.P. Big Chungus. Chungus no more.
Big Chungus, big Chungus, big Chungus.
So Natalie and Dawn are making their way through the overworld and are getting to know each other better, and they're talking about how hard it is to be an adult. And it's interesting because it's nighttime in the overworld and both of them are so not fussed about
They're so chill, just bashing things as they go.
Yeah, they're like, whatever. It's kind of become routine now, and especially if it is every 20 minutes, you would imagine they'd be like, in the end, whatever. At this point, Natalie and Dawn manage to reunite with Steve's wolf, Dennis. This wolf comes towards them with red eyes, and Dawn, with her mobile petting zoo head on, is like, no, it's okay, I can talk to this guy.
Yeah, because they use one of the bones to tame him.
That's right. Yeah.
Dennis is actually so adorable, I can't even handle it.
He is adorbs. So Steve, Garrett and Henry finally make it to the mine, and Steve instantly goes, oh, I have set lots of booby traps up here and I cannot remember where they are. Only for Garrett to step on a switch and set them all off.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm not kidding. I went down to make notes. I looked up and went, did he just set off all the traps? You were like, yeah. Should have watched it again this morning, that bit.
Yep.
Do you know what? I actually looked something up. I was curious if the Woodland Mansion and the Redstone Mines were in the game.
Yeah.
So the Woodland Mansion is a rare generated building.
Okay.
Which does pop up on some occasions. And the Redstone Mines, not really a place, but there are mines where you mine redstone. So technically both things are in the game, but the Woodland Mansion is a rare spawn, or if you want to put it that way, I believe.
When Garrett steps on the booby trap sensor, I was thinking that would 100% be me.
Yeah.
I 100% would have been the person to stand on it.
What game is it at all? It's Skyrim. Just, I cannot not stay off. Like, with Skyrim, I have to take the Thieves Tree and I have to get that pressure plate perk, which stops you, when you step on a pressure plate, it stops the trap being set off. And if I don't, up to that point, I will just be getting hit by all the traps.
Yeah.
I am so shit at really
Honestly, number of times I've been hit by everything. Arrows, gates.
Can I recommend the Thieve Tree enough? The Thieve Talent Tree in Skyrim, because oh my god, you get so much from it. Pickpocketing as well, get that in.
Aye, no
get
pocket.
Get yourself to the leader of the Thieves Guild. It's the best way to play the game.
No pocket is safe from you.
Nope. I will pickpocket everyone. I have pickpocketed jarls of whole towns and cities.
You're terrible.
Security guys, everything.
Sticky fingered.
Aye, it's a really fun way to play the game. And I always find it really hard to be a bastard in games. But I feel like I'm more sort of a Robin Hood figure.
Oh, right, okay. Is that how you justify
Yeah, because I'm doing good, but I'm also stealing everyone's shit. So it's...
But it's not even like you're stealing from the rich, you're stealing from everybody.
Well, get in the way, you're going to get stolen for. Fact.
Fair point. Kinda.
Also, I can step on pressure plates without setting them off, so there.
Now we're talking.
So I'm not going to dare Garrett.
They finally reach a room that is full of diamonds, and Garrett starts absolutely stuffing his pockets with them.
This is where Henry's like, wait a second.
Yeah, Henry is
You
really
couple
hurt.
of fannies.
Yeah, that Garrett would let them be taken so off course to only profit himself. And to be fair, at this point, Garrett's like, well, I don't really have a choice.
Yeah, Garrett's like, I've not got a choice. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Exactly. So, but he's like, but Natalie might be at the Woodland Mansion. I'd be really hurt. He's
Yeah.
really worried about his sister. So it's a horrible position where actually it makes you feel for them both.
Aye.
So it's quite cleverly done. We also see at this point that the giant hog has been unleashed.
Aye, it's got a brain now.
Mm-hmm. She finally put the brain in.
Aye, that's what he says, eh? She's finally put the brain in. And it's like this is a thing that he's obviously aware of.
Yeah. The great hog chases the three of them out of the mine, where they jump into a minecart, which we suspect might end up being the
All right,
the
and I
roller
mean
coaster.
this, right? I can't see a situation where this won't be a ride
Yeah.
in a theme park. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Chessington getting the rights to build the Minecraft world, because my assumption was that this was a Universal film, but it's a Warner Brothers film. But Warner Brothers obviously have a partnership with Universal Studios, because when you go to Universal Studios, they've got the Harry Potter IP and they've got a lot of the other Warner Brothers IP in the parks. So maybe Chessington have that deal here too. But what happens when we get our Bedfordshire Universal Park
Yeah, that's interesting because
in 2039 or whatever the fuck it's going to be?
I know. I think it's longer than that.
Aye, all right, okay.
There is also a theme park in Madrid that is like a Warner Brothers world.
Yeah, that's right. There's also one in Australia. That's their big theme park there too. So Batman
yeah.
stuff and all that.
It seems like it might be different agreements in different countries.
But regardless, I think this would make a cool ride, man.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because the minecart is on top of redstone.
Yeah.
So it basically they boost along at a great speed.
Aye, it's cool.
And Steve mentions that he's got a safe room, but like, don't worry, like the Great Hog's chasing them, but he's like, I've got a safe room nearby. He's like, I'm sure I do.
When they enter, it doesn't feel like the safest place.
No, it does not, because it is full of creepers.
Yeah.
And the rail has run out of redstone.
Yep.
So they're like, right, Garrett, you got us into this mess. Get out and push.
Aye.
So he gets out and he pushes them, and he is pushing them along and accidentally hits one of the creepers and gets them just onto the redstone in time for the giant hog to arrive and for all the creepers to blow up.
It is quite a set piece.
It is
actually.
amazing.
Very fun.
Very, very fun.
Yeah.
So the creepers blow up, and that is the end of that giant hog. R.I.P. They manage to escape. and
Rest in pig.
Rest in pig.
Sorry.
All you see is the giant explosion and the minecart heading out along a nice, lovely built viaduct. It is beautiful. So they have managed to escape successfully. In the real world...
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, in fact, actually, before we go into in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Once they reach the end of the minecart track, Henry gives Garrett a really hard time and just totally rips a new one. And Garrett gives a really powerful speech about the fact that he had no choice, that he is in financial dire straits, and that Henry doesn't really understand how hard that can be.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was actually really well delivered.
Aye.
Because it wasn't like an adult shouting at a child.
No.
It was an adult talking to a child like an adult. I thought it was really well delivered.
That was cool. So we end up seeing the real world, and Marlene is out to dinner with the villager, and it's quite funny because Marlene's talking to the villager, and the villager's just sort of raising his eyebrows and going like the whole time, like he's giving her the eye, basically.
He's so into it.
Yes, and it's really funny because the waiting staff come over and basically ask her if she's finished, and the response is just Jennifer Coolidge Gold.
Are you finished? No, I think he's Swedish. But we're done with our meal.
Now, it's funny as hell, but the point is actually because Mojang's a Swedish company, and so that was the Easter egg there.
Aw.
Quite cool.
Very cleverly done Easter egg.
Quite enjoyed that. Anyway, back to the overworld. That's literally the snippet we have, is tiny little bit.
Totally.
And they're making a plan, and Steve's making a plan, and he's got all this hastily prepared model together, but it's really good.
It is very well
It's
done.
really good. And then Jarrett's like, I don't understand, because there's only one floor, and he's like, well, I didn't have time to make like a multi-story model,
Don't have time for a doll's house.
but I
Bill.
do have time to make an almost perfect Enderman statue.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
So they get to the Woodland Mansion, and I'm pretty sure you really enjoyed this part, Kat.
I did.
Steve, Garrett and Henry get there, and to distract the guards, what are they called? Illagers, whatever it is.
Pillagers.
Are they pillagers? I read Illagers online earlier.
Oh.
And also that they're called Vindicators and Evokers or something.
Yes, so Steve does say that during his little team talk.
Yeah. Well, anyway, those guys are they're in there, and they're like villagers, but they're like creepy, scary, grey, sort of like. And they go in and they basically just give this musical performance with mushroom hats on for some reason.
I love it.
Kat was way into it.
Totally into it. Mushroom hats and saxophones. I'm in.
I referred to it as a random musical interlude distraction.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. As I say, a little song about candles, and then they even talk about Hank running.
I like, go Hank, go! And it's like. But I like it. Also, there's a reference here to Jack Black's saxophone thing. Mm-hmm. It's not exact, saxaboom. Kind of wee Jack Black thing. He did it when we saw them with Tenacious D as well.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, we did see Jack Black and Kyle Gass with Tenacious D just before the monumental split. But I'll tell you, it was one of the best gigs I'd been to.
I agree.
It was so entertaining.
It was very, very good.
So funny. Anyway, he did saxaboom. But I think this was sort of a reference to that because it's a sax again. So
yeah, I got that vibe too.
So Steve and Garrett are eventually caught, and then they end up in a sort of wrestling ring, pro wrestling fight club scenario.
Yeah.
With what I can only describe as a chicken with a small baby zombie on the back.
Yes.
Which is apparently some sort of thing in Minecraft, and referred to as the chicken jockey, because Steve's like, chicken jockey, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but apparently it caused quite a stir.
Okay, yeah.
When the film came out, people were mad for it.
Yes.
But I think it's because it's a very niche reference for the game, and chicken jockey does exist in the game.
Okay.
And the fact that they included it in the film, I think, was a big deal for fans.
That's nice.
I think. But regardless, it does make for a hilarious zombie fight scene.
It does, especially because the little baby zombie is really cute.
It's actually cute, but it's vicious.
That's what Garrett keeps falling foul of.
He does.
Like, oh.
He does, and it's freaking hilarious.
Oh, I'm sorry, little buddy.
Don't fall for it, Gawker! That baby's got the heart of a demon!
God. Oh, so, do you know what I love about this? This is when he starts to refer to him as Gargar as well. Gargar!
It took me ages to realise that's what he was talking about. I was like, oh, yeah.
And then also, I had a sound I'd picked out here because it made me laugh, and it was the chicken sound. The chicken makes a little sound during the wrestling match. I love it, and it made me laugh, but I'm not entirely sure that's what sort of chickens make. Can they have that sort of weird machine gun sound? Like that?
Maybe. I don't know.
What they do? Any chicken experts out there? Write us.
Yeah.
But regardless of the whole chicken jockey thing, an absolute sensation to many. I was just buzzing we got a pro wrestling type scene.
There you go. Everybody's happy, right?
Exactly. So Henry's upstairs searching for a replacement Earth crystal and an Ender pearl. And he ends up being attacked by an Enderman.
They are terrifying.
They are scary.
Super scary.
It is freaking scary, actually. When Henry is fighting the Enderman, he looks into his eyes and he starts to see visions. He like Garrett with like this sort of Enderman-y eyes, and they're saying like weird things to him, and he sees Steve as well. But Steve has the whitish blue eyes, and so I'd already looked into it at this point, but I think it's a reference to like a thing, a sort of internet character called Herobrine.
Okay.
I believe is how you say that. And Herobrine was a creepypasta story. Now I'm going in deep here, right? But the internet thing is a massive part of this movie.
Yeah.
But originally it was a story that surfaced on 4chan that people were seeing this character in their Minecraft worlds, and that essentially they felt like their Minecraft worlds were haunted.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it started to grow arms and legs, and they started to believe it was somebody's ghost. It was very silly, right? But what eventually transpired was that Mojang, knowing, because they got their fingers on the pulse with this kind of thing, Mojang thought, well, we'll just feed into it. And so in all of their patch notes, so a patch note for people who aren't into games have patches that fix problems, and what normally happens is when they do the patch, they release a list of things they have fixed for the game.
Yes.
And what Mojang started to do in all their updates was add removed Herobrine from the game in their patch notes, which is quite fun, and I really enjoy the fact that they got involved to that degree.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's at least they're able to have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But it's not a character that exists in the Minecraft world at all. It's for people who don't know, creepypasta is like a website thing where people post stories. Some people call it creepypasta because the stories often get copied and pasted and then sort of spread everywhere.
Yeah.
Another example of a creepypasta story is Slenderman, which you might be more familiar with, is an urban legend of a man who was showing up in people's old pictures and stuff, and then was like thing with him. And there's a very disturbing story about Slenderman. I'm not going to go into in this podcast because it started to really affect real people in the real world.
Did.
It's a very, very strange thing, but it's a really weird one for this crossover with Minecraft and this creepypasta thing. It doesn't sit right, but I find it interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, definitely, especially how heavily they've leaned into it. But
aye, well, like I say, this film went really meta with the whole memes and internet humour thing.
Internet culture is big in this film.
Mental, isn't it? Mental. As they're leaving the mansion, Malgosha arrives and destroys the bridge and gets the orb. I know, Garrett seemingly sacrifices himself as well to sort of make sure the others can get away, and they escape the blast on one of those balloon things. Ghasts. Right, the ghasts, they escape on one of those.
Yeah.
And Garrett's left behind.
Oh,
Save the day.
so sad, yeah.
Garrett's redemption.
Yeah. And absolutely. So, like, all the piglins turn up with TNT boxes.
Yeah, they do.
It's so funny because Garrett goes out giving it the spin kicks and
Aye, he does, aye.
Gives it a good bit of that, which is great.
Also, do you know this when they're outside? Again, the piglins have got the wee incense burners. So what's that about, man?
Your theory's got credence, Mikey. Your theory's got credence.
After the crash, Steve and Henry wake up in a mushroom house. And Dennis is there.
Yay!
And Nat's there, and Dawn's there, and they've been led there by Dennis, and they've built themselves a little mushroom house, and Steve is very proud of their effort there.
He really is.
He's buzzing that they've built it.
Yeah, and that's what I did.
You did?
I built a mushroom house. One of the last times Kat played Minecraft, Kat built a little mushroom house, and you were really into it. It was fun. I was buzzing with it. It was so good.
There is a weird sense of achievement when you build something in the game. It's really rad, actually.
Yeah. There's one point here where, like, Dawn is talking to Steve about, like, Dennis, and saying, like, Dennis led Nat and Dawn straight to him. And she was like, that's why you keep your smell? It's so that Dennis can find you.
All she does is go on about how much he smells.
Yeah.
All the time.
Really does.
So now in possession of the cube-shaped orb, Malgosha enhances its power to block out the sun, allowing her army of piglin warriors to thrive in the overworld without zombifying.
That's a hellish nightmare.
It is. It really is. And it is quite scary. It's definitely got Warcraft vibes. There's a lot of portals in Warcraft, a lot of races travelling between them and invasions and
war
stuff.
And craft.
And craft and war, yes. Craft Wars. That would be a totally different thing. Imagine your mum would be in about a game called Craft Wars.
Yeah. I think she'd like that.
The group in the mushroom house then decide to fight back and come up with a really cool plan. I love this whole planning phase. I love the drawings and stuff from Henry and his notes, especially Steve in diamond armour drawing is very cool.
Very good.
But it's got a great line, isn't it? And I think it's something along the lines of Jack Black turns around and he goes, "First we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft." Or something like that, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
I'm pretty
So
sure
good.
that's what it is. I don't have it written down.
I have it written down, and that's exactly what
Is
I have
it?
written
Right,
down,
good.
yeah.
But it's funny, isn't it?
So funny.
And they have their little huddle and they're like, "Let's go."
Yeah, team break.
Aye. They can't quite get there. And then they're just like, "There's no time!" And they just run away. But the group then go on to craft an arsenal of diamond weapons and armour and build an army of iron golems. And they tame a bunch of wolves to help them. That's Dawn, I think, does that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty rad. The final battle is fun.
The final battle is very fun.
And I love it that there's a part where Henry's just going setting up all the iron golems. Because what you do in the game is you get the 4 iron and then a pumpkin on top, and that's how you make an iron golem.
Impressive.
And he's going through and he's just like activating them all. It's cool.
Yeah. And then he makes that special one.
Aye, there's a golem that's got the boots of swiftness instead of a pumpkin. I don't know if you can do that in the game or not, but they do it, and I refer to it as the Super Hermes golem.
Excellent. Very good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it sort of flies around like Hermes, and it's got the
little wingy boots.
Wingy boot bits, aye. But I think what Dawn, she blows up a bunch of skeletons and then uses the bones to then tame wolves, which is quite fun.
Create an army of wolves.
Aye, that's it.
Genius move.
What's that say? Travis? There's no Travis.
Yeah, there is.
Is there Travis?
Yeah. So the iron golems are all standing waiting and the piglin army arrives. And Malgosha's like, "Ha, it's fine. Iron golems won't attack unless provoked." And one of the piglins lets loose a shot which hits one of the iron golems. And she goes, "Real smooth, Travis."
Because I've just got my notes. The Golem army is class. Travis gets curse-macked. I don't know.
Yes. Poor Travis.
It's very similar to the Helm's Deep scene in Lord of the Rings when the wee old man from Rohan, they're all trying to fight and they're no capable of fighting. They're all wee old men and children trying to fight all these army of Uruk-hai and orcs, and he shoots the arrow. The wee man lets one loose and hits an orc and it kicks the battle off. A bit too early.
Unfortunately, Uruk-hai were definitely going to attack, regardless of provocation.
I don't think that really mattered.
No.
But yeah, Steve, during the fight, and it's class because Donna Risewell are wolves, and she's running with the wolves, and she comes in, and the wolves are going everywhere. That's the first thing I thought of for some reason.
It's a banger, to be fair.
Golems, and Donna arriving with the wolves, and then you see Steve attacking Malgosha and having a duel with her.
Yes.
And he comes in, and he's like, sneak attack! And he comes in, which is like the worst sneak attack ever.
Yeah, you don't shout sneak attack.
Because he shouts sneak attack whenever he's about to do it. And then he starts launching eggs at her and that, and she's like, what is this, breakfast?
Yeah, when he does his sneak attack, though, he totally misses.
Yeah, he misses completely,
short.
and then he starts launching eggs at her. And then, and when the eggs hit her, they turn into chickens, they start, biting her nose. She's like, ah!
Yeah.
And then Henry basically is a total natural and an absolute badass, and he pulls off his wee ender pearl trick, where he puts the ender pearl in his tatty gun, and he shoots his tatty gun up to the top of the portal, and transports himself to the top. Very clever.
Very clever plan to get the orb back. Very clever.
And then Henry, so basically the big pig, you could be the big pig too.
Oi.
The big pig shoots Henry off at the top of the portal.
Yes, so Henry's reaching up
He's
for
reaching
the
up
orb.
and he falls. And I was like, he's going to use the water bucket clutch thing again. And he doesn't, because Garrett swoops in and saves him on the back of a ghastly or whatever it is. What's it?
A ghast.
Comes in and saves him.
Yes.
Class.
Great.
Garrett provides fire support from his ghast, and he destroys the nether portal and restores the sunlight. I think he's poking it or something to make it shoot.
So when Henry lands on the ghast with Garrett, Garrett's like, go and poke it in the tentacle and it'll send out fireballs. And he's like, how do you know that? And he's like, don't ask.
Class, I didn't even catch that. That's right. And then basically the big giant hog gets the orb, but then is beaten by the Super Hermes Golem.
Yeah, that Super Hermes Golem comes in handy.
That's it. And then Nat gets the orb, and the sunlight comes back, and it zombifies the Piglin army, ending the battle.
It does indeed.
It's pretty red. And then Malgosha basically continues to try and stab Steve, and it is, when I was in the cinema, Bob was dead during this scene because it's just his humour, right? And it's basically, she comes over and she's like, Steve, come, I want to say some things to you, or whatever.
Yeah, come
closer. And then he comes over and he's like, what is it? And then she tries to stab him, and he's like, right, for God's sake. And she's like, come back. No, really, this time. And he's like, have you got another little knife? And she's like, no. And then she tries to stab him again. And then she keeps doing it, and it's just funny. It's funny.
3 times she tries it. It's hilarious.
And then the last time, she sort of passes out and goes, sneak attack.
Yeah.
It's you love.
Oh, that makes me laugh. So funny.
Aye. So that's the end of the threat, and they have saved the frickin' day.
Damn right they have.
Kat, let's tie this up. You on you go.
So the group has successfully taken the orb back, and the Piglin threat is gone. The overworld lives for another day, and they head back towards the portal that will take them back to the real world. Steve is very kindly giving Dennis to Dawn and sings Dennis a lovely song.
Dennis. The Ode to Dennis is quite a funny song.
Very funny song.
There's a bit in the song where I swear to God, there's a line where he goes, "Go now, legendary wolf of my dreams," and it's just so stupid. And then at the end, he just goes, "Ow."
It is Jack Black on steroids.
It is.
It's
and it's funny as hell. And then Dawn's getting all emotional.
Yeah, honestly, the best. And they're still trying to convince Steve to come with them back to the real world. And he says, no, I've still got loads I want to create here. And Natalie says to him, why don't you apply some of that creativity to the real world? And I think that really does convince him to come through with them.
It's really cool.
So they start all their lives again in Chugless, where they all apply the lessons that they've learned in the overworld to their real lives.
And to tie into that, before you say that, there's a bit here, Steve says a line here, and I wrote the whole line down because I loved it, right? And he says something like, if you're brave enough, you can make the real world your overworld.
Oh, I like that.
And it's, like, be creative. When he's going back, he's going out into the world, and he wants to, with everything he's learned, to try and be more creative, and everybody should. I can't stress that enough.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a really cool line, and I didn't
agree.
expect it. It's just a cool idea. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's a really clever idea. So in Chugless, Steve and Garrett have now teamed up, and Steve now helps out at the video game shop.
And they have an epic musical number, which is like, it's class.
It's a banger.
It's a really good
so
tune.
good.
Aye.
And Garrett's on the keytar. Oh,
Aye.
it's great. So good. And all five of them have clubbed together to make a new video game called Block City Battle Buddies, based on their time in the
That's class.
overworld, and it looks amazing. It looks so good. And like,
Give me the game. Come on.
yeah, Natalie's painting on the side of one of the arcade machines. And what we also see is that Dawn has opened her dream petting zoo with Dennis in tow.
Dennis,
Which is really lovely. And Natalie has decided to become a self-defense t-shirt.
a self-defense T-shirt. Well, she
She
does
is.
have self-defense T-shirts, to be fair. But I think what you're trying to say is she becomes a self-defense teacher.
Yes, that's right. The t-shirts are brilliant though, because they've got like Piglin on
Yeah,
them.
it's survival mode, self-defense, and you can get those T-shirts, by the way.
They look cool.
Yeah,
They're very cool t-shirts.
I want a Hunk City Rampage one. I think I'm going to get one.
I think you
And
should.
they're also pink, and I think I can pull it off.
Excellent. Are you sure they're not tan?
Not like his jacket.
Yeah.
Aye.
Odd boy.
That's me.
And lastly, we see that Henry has perfected his jetpack, and this leads him to becoming very popular at school.
Yeah,
So
it's a smooth landing coming
Yeah.
to school. I was admiring it this morning when you were on again. I was like, oh, that's cool.
yeah, just lands, and then he just walks in like, hey, this is perfectly normal.
Do you know in Wayne's World where they have the mega happy ending?
Yes.
That is the ending to this movie.
Yes, it is. It really is. So yeah, we all see them living their happy lives in Chugless.
Super happy ending, fun, silly, sort of creative entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what more can you ask for?
And the ending really kind of solidifies that.
It really does.
And it also has, and I didn't, and I know I'm not saying the movie has depth, so didn't come at me, right? But because I will defend myself. No, because what I'm trying to say is I think that there is that idea that the focus on being creative is a good thing and everyone should do it.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to say.
It should be encouraged.
Yes, and when they come out the overworld, that's what they all do. They all use what they've learned and be creative to create new things, and it's awesome. But no as awesome as the mid-credits scene.
Yes. We are spoiled in this movie, and we get a mid-credits and a post-credits scene.
Ooh, that's not happened on Rack Rotten very often.
I know. In the mid-credits scene, we see the villager, the one that came through the portal and has been dating the vice principal. The two of them have actually got engaged, which is lovely. And they talk about the fact that they have learned each other's languages, which leads to some incredible deliveries.
You see, when Marlene's Jeep Grand Cherokee ran me over, I was struck by a love so powerful it transcended the barriers of conventional speech.
And of course, it is the legendary Matt Berry that has the voice. That's the voice of the villager. It's amazing.
We probably didn't even have to tell you that
No,
was Matt Berry,
absolutely.
but it's a welcome surprise.
And then after this, we then hear Marlene speak villager, which is just gold.
How she managed to do that with a straight face, I will never know.
She does it. She does that Jennifer Coolidge thing where she's like, yes.
Hilarious. So
And then
funny.
they tops it off with this line, which, by the way, just every time I hear it makes me laugh because of how stupid it is. And again, we started this movie realising how silly it was, and we end it the same way.
Marlene, ever since we met last night, I wanted to say, would you marry me?
Yes! Yes!
Last night. It's all
I know,
happened. It's
ever
like-
since you met me, I met you last night. It's freaking amazing.
So funny. So funny. And then lastly, we round off with the post-credit scene.
Yeah, which we had to Google.
Yeah.
Because we're not Minecraft, but we are Minecraft fans now, and I do plan to play the game too. But we had to figure out what this meant.
Yeah. And also, we both managed to miss this.
Yes, but the first time when I was in the cinema, I don't know if Bob and I saw it. I think we had left, and then because we wanted pizza, basically, and then I don't think we saw it when we watched it on Blu-ray the first time.
No, we definitely didn't.
No.
So we see Steve returning to his old home to retrieve a chest
Steve,
from
sorry,
his attic.
Steve's attic.
Steve's attic, where he is greeted by the new owner of the house. So you only see her from behind. She's a red-haired woman with a green shirt who introduced herself as Alex. And apparently, she is the legendary female counterpart to Steve.
Ooh.
So leaving us a nice opening for a potential sequel.
Which I believe we get next year. I Googled this and I saw this. I'm going to Google it live. Coming at you live. I'm going to Google it right now and see. Oh, it's scheduled for release on the 23rd of July next year,
Oh, wow.
according to Variety.
Okay.
So Variety, I'd trust that source, to be fair. Yeah, it says here, Minecraft 2 in the works, sets July 2027 release date. And then there's a picture in the article of Steve with his flint and steel. So,
Oh, well, there you go.
totally. So there you go, we'll get another one. And a nice tie-up to do that, to get there. Nice. What an absolute ride, eh?
Oh, yeah. Overworld, Underworld, Netherworld, Real World, so many worlds.
All the worlds, all the creativity, all the blocky happiness.
Cube-shaped orb.
Cube-shaped orbs also.
So, Mikey, what did you think of this one?
Ugh. No, I'm joking. No, listen, I've not been shy about telling you how much I find this film a sort of fun, entertaining, positive viewing experience, I guess. But you know, there's something I meant to mention and I hadn't got a chance up to now to say, but you know how, and I'm not the only one that's noticed this, there is a lot of similarities between this and Jumanji.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? And the comparison, and the comparison also links into an idea in anime called isekai, or also known as different world anime, right? Those anime like Konosuba, which is one I've watched, which is about a young lad that gets hit by a tractor trying to save a young woman, and he gets another chance to live another life in a fantasy world. In that fantasy world, he can level up and stuff. It's like a video game, and that's how he lives his life. He's got this new life, and he becomes like a hero, and he has to level up and all the rest of it. And the idea is that he's went from one world to another. And there's another one as well that's really popular called That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, which is apparently really popular as well.
Okay.
So it's the idea that you could get taken from one world into another, and it's not just, it's become a thing in Western society and in anime storytelling and in various forms of storytelling as well. But I think that there's definitely an element of that. Also, we've got the Jack Black factor. He's in Jumanji as well. There's also the newer Jumanji films are based in a video game world, not in a board game world. So there's a similarity there too. So, you know, the idea that we're across two worlds and Jack Black's there, and there is a similarity between people feel like the vibe's similar.
Are we saying that Jack Black is a multiverse being?
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. The most powerful multiverse being. You know, at its heart, this film is a fun, very fun adventure film, and it's the sort of and you know, at the heart of it, that's what it is, right? I really enjoyed going to the cinema and enjoyed watching this movie. It's at times actually made me laugh super hard. It's joyful as well, which you just need it sometimes, right? I'm also a Jack Black fan, and that is a thing. And then some people aren't, and that's fine. You're wrong, but that's okay. No, I'm actually kidding. Some people just don't find certain people funny, and so if you didn't like Jack Black, this isn't going to be your bag.
Yeah, it's not going to be.
And that's totally fine. Go and watch someone else. Come on, I mean, like I've been into J-Bills for a long time because I always enjoyed Tenacious D. Early Tenacious D stuff, going into them releasing Tribute, the movie and everything. We've seen, how many times have we watched Pick of Destiny?
We have watched a lot.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're fans. Momoa is funny as hell in the movie as well, and it was really cool to see Emma Myers in a big movie. Going from our success in Wednesday, obviously. I like the elements of the story between the two grieving siblings as well. Not a massive focal point. No part of the plot really has a massive focal point here. It just sort of is a meandering adventure. And everything else that happens around it is just fun, action, silly, comedy, lots of cosy, nostalgic references for many people as well. A lot of people find this film comforting for that reason. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking at why people liked it, it was really popular with fans for a lot of the memorable moments and fans engaging in really weird ways as well. So I mentioned before, there's actually a BBC article about this that I'll link in as well. And it was about how they felt that the Minecraft movie was really important because it has people engaging with cinema in a new way. So people aren't going to the cinema as much. Spoiler alert, people aren't going to the cinema as often. Right? And that might sound odd to you and I because that's like our favourite thing to do. And many of the people we know also like to do that. But more and more people aren't going. And so to essentially eventify going to the cinema and make it a thing creates more interest. And so another example of this is Barbenheimer.
Oh, yeah.
A few years ago, Barbie and Oppenheimer were released on the same day. And so what a lot of people did is they went dressed up as either Barbie or as in period dress, right? And they went and they did the double bill. And it was an event, and it was to get, and people were really into it, and it created a buzz about going to the cinema again. And I think that's why sort of people think it's quite important. Do you see what I'm saying? So culturally, it's sort of changing the way that you engage in cinema trips. And now, don't get me wrong, I want to go to the cinema and I want everyone to shut the fuck fuck up.
Yes.
Right? I am that guy, right? Put your bloody phone away. Get it away, right? We went to the cinema the other week there. We hadn't really been out that much, and Kat was like, let's go and see Hoppers. Let's go. It was really fun, by the way.
It was very good.
Right? We went, and there was a guy across the way from me with his phone out all the time. He had his torch out looking at stuff. The woman in front of him went, well, you turn that torch off.
Yeah.
Right? But he was still on his phone scrolling. And I'm
It
like,
was terrible.
oh my God, it's the most annoying thing. Just put it away.
Yeah.
Or didn't bother coming.
Totally.
Right?
Nobody's forcing you to be here.
Exactly. And I know, oh, you're here with your kids. Fair enough. But just for respect for the rest of us, stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be 2 hours of your life.
Exactly, and it annoys the hell out of me. So these things where people were riding on each other's backs in the cinema screen, taking videos and posting them on social media because of the chicken jockey thing.
Throwing a lot of popcorn.
But then a lot of people are like, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And it sort of links to Wicked. When Wicked came out, they did the sing-along screens.
Yeah.
Which were introduced by Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, and you went in and you sang the songs and all the subtitles came up and everything. And the idea was to eventify the cinema again. That's sort of different, I think. If you're going into a screening like that, you know you're going into singing and you're going to be around about, 50 other folk all doing the same.
Exactly.
It's going to get silly. It's going to be fun. You know what I
Yes.
mean? But if I'm just going to watch a movie, I don't want arseholes filming stuff on their phone. Just stop it.
No.
So I'm getting really annoyed because it really pisses me off.
Totally.
And the problem is, and the reason I get riled is because it's happening more and more now.
There's always seems to be odd things coming up.
Aye, and I hate when people are like, aye, well, so what? It's like, well, piss off, I've paid for this, right? And the last thing I want is your stupid phone screen distracting me. Put it away.
Yeah.
Right? Get on mad.
Yeah, don't get mad. You're all right. You're in a safe space. You're in a safe space.
Sorry.
Yeah, breathe. You're all right.
Anyway, loads of critics dismissed it. It was recognised for its significance by others, and the idea of being a sort of community-driven event was quite popular, regardless of what form that takes. And I didn't mind some people having fun. I didn't mind hearing kids getting excited.
Yeah.
It was quite nice, actually.
Totally.
But when it gets too much, it's annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a world where people aren't going to the cinema as much, it's no surprising that cinema is evolving in different ways to sort of adapting. People are adapting as well to go in. Loads of Easter eggs and references brought a lot of joy to people. Especially the Technoblade reference. A lot of people found that quite emotional because he was such a big figure in the community.
Yeah.
And he'd passed away not too long ago. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was just there because it was really fun. It was a fun adventure movie, the likes of which I miss.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when I was a kid, I watched Labyrinth a lot. I watched Hook all the time. I watched Indiana Jones all the time. I watched adventures. I wanted to see an adventure. Turn it on, switch off, watch an adventure.
Yeah.
That was my favourite thing. And this movie reminded me why I like doing that. Even though it's linked to this gigantic IP, intellectual property, right? And all these memes and everything. It doesn't even matter. Like some people, that's going to put some people off. And if it does,
yeah.
Right. It's an interesting one too. I went on to look at what people didn't like. The critics and the review titles that I saw, I took screenshots, I've got them here, right? Kind of shows that people have forgotten how to watch a movie and just have fun. Like, no, every movie has to have this big thing to say or a big bit of and I am always talking about depth when we look at these movies. But sometimes it's just really nice to be entertained and have fun. And a story that does sort of make sense in the world it's created in. It's not like the story doesn't make sense. It's not completely nonsensical.
No.
Like parts of Van Helsing are, for example.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, I looked on and some of these, right? I love Minecraft and I hated a Minecraft movie. A Minecraft movie review, never again.
Oh.
A Minecraft movie is unimaginative with an absurdist tone. A Minecraft movie, limp blockbuster meets rabid fan base. That'll be more to do with what people are doing in the cinemas. So bad it's good, in a defence of Minecraft. Minecraft, a brain rot blockbuster. I've seen that one quite a lot. And I was actually, a few months ago, I listed this at the time because I knew we were going to do this movie. I was listening to The Rest is Entertainment with Marina Hyde and with Richard Osman, and they were talking about, and that's their podcast, by the way, where they talk about just entertainment. It's really good, actually. But I got really annoyed at this episode because she came across as really snooty because she just ranted about the Minecraft movie and about how it was brain rot, and not so much Richard, he's really good actually, but she just ranted and it was like, just, you know what I mean? It's just, but I feel like anyone who says it's brain rot is resistant to joy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not everything, you don't have to worry about everything rotting your brain. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes we're all right, we can just put the books down, put down our lives and put down the things around us and just enjoy something silly for
Yeah.
a couple of hours, right?
I agree.
It doesn't mean you're rotting your brain.
Mhm.
It just means you're switching it off for a wee while.
Mhm.
And that's okay. I think it's the fact that it's so ironically silly at times and it's very memey. Right? And I think that's what she meant, but I don't know, just to not recognise it just for being a fun movie and, you know, oh, it needs to be stopped. It's bizarre. It's a really weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like I say, that some people are really sort of vociferous with their opinions on this movie, whether it's for good or bad reasons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what about you? What is your thoughts on this? Like, there's my thoughts, the thoughts of the people on the internet and the critics, you know, but what did you think?
I think that you're totally right, that it's just a bit of fun. It definitely isn't going to be for everybody, and I can see that. I can see why it's a bit marmitey, particularly because of the kind of surrealist and absurd nature of the comedy sometimes. Like, we quite like surrealist humour, like stuff that comes out of left field, like a pink sheep vomiting.
Like, we like Limmy's show.
Exactly, but I can see why that would.
That's just an example. That is surreal comedy. Or Adam Buxton stuff, or Tim Keyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All surrealist fringe comedians that we find funny. So this kind of thing lands with us.
It
Might not
does.
necessarily for everyone. You're totally right.
So I can see why it would be a bit jarring. But I really enjoyed it as an adventure story from start to finish, just taking it for what it was. I also think sometimes that movies challenge themselves, like certainly recent movies, challenge themselves to find something to stand on their soapbox about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this movie did it in such a delicate manner, and about that creativity is really important. And it's something that should be nurtured and really supported in every walk of life. Because you really, like, every job, every aspect of your life does require some level of creativity, and you should really be encouraged to embrace that, not have it shut down. I also really enjoyed the fact that it explored non-stereotyped like family dynamics. You know, Emma.
It's Emma Myers. I keeps calling her that too.
I know.
So it's fine.
Natalie, like, having to, you know, step up and get a full-time job to try and keep her and her brother together.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot. And also, I mean, it wasn't the main focus of the movie, but seeing a heroine like that, when if you were in a similar situation, could mean a lot.
Aye.
You know, seeing your family represented like that, and
especially
not
when you're taking potentially your kids that are in a situation like that to the cinema to see this movie.
Exactly.
And you sit down and you see that and you go, that's actually me.
Yeah.
That's probably that will have happened.
That 100% will have happened. And I think it's really important that that is seen and shown, because not every family is 2 parents, 2 kids. You know, there's all sorts of mixtures of families.
Aye.
I also think that having the 2 women together, the 2 female leads together, because there was one point where Natalie was fighting and I was like, oh no, one of the men are going to come in and rescue her.
Yeah,
But
that really boils your piss, eh?
It does, because not every female lead needs rescued by a man.
Aye, it's annoying. Even I find that annoying, and I'm a male and it pisses me off too. So.
But Dawn comes in and saves her.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see, like, women supporting women, and like the men are also vulnerable with each other. Like, I think a lot of the time, like when Garrett, as I said, was speaking about his financial difficulties and like having nothing and not having many friends and stuff, I think a lot of men would be able to identify with that, and showing that vulnerability is acceptable.
It's
especially
true. And Steve's really supportive too. You're right, eh?
Steve is really supportive. And also, I think in a time where toxic masculinities are becoming a real problem in ever younger age groups,
Makes me so mad.
Oh, honestly, it's awful. But in ever younger age groups, I think getting those messages out in an accessible format to kids is a great idea. I think this is a great format to do it in. But again, it wasn't too preachy, because this is an adventure film. It is funny, but those relationships did feel sincere and not put on.
Aye.
There wasn't too much antagonism between the characters, which I quite liked. I think it's a very fast-paced film, so I do wonder how smaller kids would follow along.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of a balance between the story's pretty straightforward, but engaging enough to keep a kid going. So overall, I thought it was good fun. I liked all of the characters. I didn't not like any of them. Even Malgosha is funny.
So funny, aye.
I also just want to say that the textures and the models that they used for all the characters that were not humans were incredible.
Aye.
Like, even things like Malgosha wears this big cloak, and the flow they get on it is incredible.
Also, like, because she's a pig, she's got like wobbly skin and stuff on her face.
Exactly.
And they animate all that really well.
They do.
And the design of everything's really cool.
Yeah, and they've obviously spent a lot of time and effort into it as well. Like, where there was one point where the giant hog was jumping off a cliff, but one of the little incense boys like takes 2 steps sideways to get past. But
Small details,
yeah. But as the giant hog is running past, his ear flaps with the speed of the movement.
Yeah.
So, but it's in this massive battle scene. So it's just things like that. Like, Dennis's fur texture was incredible. So I think there's been a lot of time and love put into this film, and I think it really shows.
Kat,
Yes?
That was magnificent.
Oh, thanks.
No, I mean it. Like, I've been really focused on the joy in this movie. And I've mentioned a couple of things that I do think are good about it, like the family dynamics and stuff like that. But you've really, really brought to the forefront more things that I hadn't really put into focus. And you've done it so well. That was great.
Thanks. Just
Yes.
off the top of my bones.
Top of my bones. But no, I think it is class. Joyful film, brings forward potential, points that should probably be brought into focus a little bit more. Is massively hated on for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it's the humour, I think it's the meme stuff, I think it's the meta world thing. And I remember going to see Deadpool 3 or Deadpool versus Wolverine, I think it's called. And that was Deadpool's entrance to the Marvel MCU, the Marvel Cinematic
The big
Universe.
show.
And I remember watching that, and I remember seeing reviews at the time and people were like, is this what cinema is now? Because it just feels far too meta. It's too, what's going on here? And I went to see it and I remember enjoying it, but feeling sort of the same. But then reminding myself that this is a comic book film and it's all right to just go and enjoy it and switch off.
Totally.
And, I had a similar vibe here.
Yeah.
But also, like you say, I think it's brought some potential important points to the forefront, even if that isn't immediately recognised especially by critics. But hey, that's why we do what we do, Kat.
Exactly. Not everybody's right 100% of the time, apart from me.
Right, Kat, what's next?
Trev.
Hold the phone, because I've got a wee surprise for you, Kat.
Oh, I'm buzzing.
Right, so I feel that our trivia section should have a theme tune.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, and we've never had it.
No?
And I was listening to a few podcasts this week, and it's had me thinking. I've not been doing much, and I was sitting around thinking, oh man, we should totally do that.
Okay.
So I gave it a stab.
Excellent. I
All right.
cannot wait.
So let's go into the trivia section. We're a new theme tune. What do you reckon?
I can't wait.
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready.
It's time for the trivia. Cat gave us the trivia. There you go. How's that?
That's amazing. Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's brilliant.
Do you want it altered?
No.
Any changes?
No
Any
changes.
requests?
No.
Would you like to hear it again?
That was going to be my request, yeah.
I could see it in your eyes. It's time for the trivia. Cat gave us the trivia. There you go.
Excellent work.
Thanks.
Top tier. Wow.
Right, it's time for the trivia.
It's time for the trivia. How am I supposed to follow that?
With some epic Minecraft related triv.
I'll try my best. Are you ready?
I am, because it's time for the trivia.
It's time for the trivia. Catchy beat though.
Thanks.
This is the second highest grossing film based on a video game.
After, let me guess, Mario.
Yes.
It has to be.
Super
I was going
Mario-
to say Sonic, but Mario's got to have made more money.
Super Mario Brothers 1993. Jack Black appears in both films. I'm just kidding, it's not the 1993 one. I saw the panic in your eyes.
I was like, wait, what? That film grossed any money?
Yeah, no, it was the Super Mario Bros. Movie of 2023.
Just to say, the 1993 Mario movie is on our list.
Of course it is.
It is freaking surreal. I was listening to Oh My Glob, because they're winding up now. They're about to finish. It's really sad and I can't handle it. But anyway, they were talking about that movie the other day.
Were they?
Aye, and I was like, and it reminded me, I was like, no, we need to do that.
Oh God, I'm not sure I'm ready for that.
Oh, it's so bizarre.
Weird.
It's really weird. Anyway.
But no, it was the Super Mario Brothers. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with the second one as to where that'll sit on the ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's Lava Chicken by Jack Black.
It's tasty as hell.
Is tasty as hell. Entered the UK Top 40 at number 21 on April 18th, 2025. It's not just Jack Black's biggest hit, which makes me quite sad actually.
Yeah.
It now also holds the record for the shortest UK hit at 34 seconds, beating the previous record holder, The Ladies' Bras by Johnny Trunk and Wisby, by 2 seconds.
That's crazy.
Again, 34-second hit.
That's the thing, like I wasn't sure if you were going, because it wasn't a hit, but You Suffer from Napalm Death
Yeah.
was one of the shortest songs ever and gained a lot of publicity because at the time it was the album conquered the charts and people couldn't quite get their heads around how this sort of grindcore metal band were topping the charts in the UK. With Scum, which was the name of the album, but the song You Suffer, I won't play it, but I could play the whole thing right now because it's about a second long.
But we'll get a copyright strike.
I know. But check it out, You Suffer, Napalm Death. I will link it because it's hilarious. And there's also a very funny video of them playing it live on TV and Craig Charles is presenting the show and they play the song. Craig Charles goes, "Is that it? I don't get it." Just like, I don't get it. It's so funny.
Oh, I love
Anyway,
Craig Charles.
I'll try and find that because it is funny, but aye. Short hits for the win. Also, we need to check out the other one.
Yeah, The Ladies' Bras.
Yeah, what's that?
I have no idea. Matt Berry was actually first cast as Steve, but had to...
I'm Steve.
I could have seen it working,
Yeah,
actually.
me too, actually. Yeah.
But he had to drop out after the SAG-AFTRA strike altered his schedule.
Aw.
The role went to Jack Black, who was originally only supposed to cameo as a talking pig. And Matt Berry obviously provided the voice of the villager.
Yeah, I think Jack Black actually got into the movie because his kids liked it. So his kids loved Minecraft. When he got the opportunity to be in the movie and be Steve, he was like, 100% have to do this.
Absolutely.
Because my kids love Minecraft. And then because he wanted to make sure he understood it as much as he could, he just mainlined the shit out of Minecraft for ages.
Quite right.
He really surrounded himself with it to make sure he understood the game for going into the movie. So, very cool.
He certainly gave that impression, which is nice. When creating the look of Malgosha, Weta FX referenced Mama Fratelli from the Goonies, Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars, and the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal in their design for Malgosha.
Skeksis! That's kind of cool, because that really does add up, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they said was, she is so unique in having a super squared off fridge-sized humpback.
She does, eh?
She really does.
I was wondering what happened with the back, because when she's doing Nether's Got Talent, she doesn't have it.
That's a very good point.
Aye, because I was like, is that Malgosha? And it is the Malgosha, but she ends up with the squarey hump on her back.
It does seem like it's been a long period of time between Nether's Got Talent and
she's
the
had some
present
sort
day.
of back problem, potential surgery in the nether world.
Yeah, we don't know what the gravity situation is.
We don't know what the healthcare system's like there. It's
Yeah.
probably no great, but
Yeah.
it's all right if you're the Supreme Leader, though, probably. Supreme
totally.
Leader Tom Nook. Oh.
And our last bit of triv is, during the storage auction, many real-life Minecraft content creators make cameos as attendees.
That's class.
This includes Afmau, Dan TDM, LD Shadow Lady, and Mumbo Jumbo. Good
Is
for
Dan
them.
TDM the guy that does the frickin' Classic FM show?
I think it is, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is.
Hey!
Next level. If you're into gaming, and probably therefore then gaming music, get onto Classic FM or Global Player and listen to Dan TDM's show Next Level, because it's all video game music and it's awesome.
It's very good.
It's all it's normally big orchestrated versions of the songs, orchestral versions of the sort of music. Class show.
Very
Saturday
good show.
nights, it's just after Jonathan Ross's movie one, which is
So-
also great. It's a really good double bill.
Yeah, what a back-to-back to have.
Yeah, totally. That's how I live my life now, listening to Classic FM on Saturday night.
We have reached that stage, Hannibal.
That's it. Pinnacle of old bastardry.
I could have told you that a while ago.
Shush. Cat, that was some good triv.
Thanks, Bubs.
I liked that. I also kind of mind blown that Dan TDN was there. I didn't even notice that.
I also didn't know that. We're going to have to go back and watch it again.
I would not mind. Very fun movie. Okay, we do not have a Wilhelm scream.
We do not.
Sad times. I even double checked last night through Google and there is not one.
That's sad.
Lines, Cat, out of the lines, discussed. Which is your favourite? And it doesn't have to be the ones that we've snippeted. It can be any of the ones that you wrote down as well.
For me, I think my favourite line is, "The real treasure is in your heart."
Apart from he does it with an American accent.
Oh yeah, he does. Not the accent he does in the film, but
You absolutely nailed it. But if he wasn't doing an American accent, of course.
yeah, awkward. Oh well, just reimagined.
When are you gonna stop looking for treasure inside a storage unit and recognize that the real treasure is inside your heart?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
The real treasure. And I'm absolutely struggling with this movie because there's so many fun ones. But I think for me, it has to be the mid-credits Matt Berry action and this particular line.
Marlene, ever since we met last night, I wanted to say, would you marry me?
Yes! Yes!
Love Matt Berry.
Okay,
So good.
I know to mention this one. It has to be chucked into.
You see, when Marlene's Jeep Grand Cherokee ran me over, I was struck by a love so powerful, it transcended the barriers of conventional speech.
He delivers the lines so well. Ridiculously funny.
What about sounds, man?
For me, I think I like Gargar's scream.
Gargar's scream. And that's when he is blown up by a creeper, I believe.
It is.
He kind of sounds like a chicken.
It does sound like a chicken. What about you, Mikey?
Can I pick two? No.
Go on then.
Yeah. Well, I do love the sheep vom sound. Love it. But also, one has to highlight the lava chicken landing onto the thing. It's just brilliant, man. And also the little villager going, on the back road. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. As for if they said it, they frickin' did say it.
Well, they did and they didn't. Sorry to pop your bubble. Where they said Minecraft, but the technical title of this film is a Minecraft movie.
Oh, fair. They didn't say it then, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, to be fair, if they did, it would be stupid. Also, here's one of my only gripes with this movie. Why is it called a Minecraft movie?
I don't know.
Can you know what's called it? Minecraft the movie. I like Mrs. Brown's Boys, because that did so well.
Yeah, the movie.
Aye. Kat, it's time for the reviews.
It
Are
is.
you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready for... Is there another jingle?
There is another jingle. I made a jingle for the reviews as well. I just felt like it was time. This is two of our biggest sections of the podcast that we enjoy doing, and I was like, nah, we need a theme tune. So here it is, all right?
Okay, I'm ready.
What do people think of this film? Again, do they love or hate this film? Again, what do people think of the film? Again, well, I'm going to hear some reviews then, eh? You know.
Wow.
What do you think?
I think it's brilliant. I just want to check. Are you all right?
I might have been having a meant to be the other day.
Yeah, I think you got a bit of cabin fever.
Aye, I've been indoors quite a lot. But listen, this... The only other person that's heard this is Rab, and he was like, that's hilarious. So, sanctioned by Rab, all right?
There you go.
Anyway,
Another earworm, by the way.
think so?
Yeah, I do.
Anyway, the reviews.
I think the reviews are all going to be a damp squib after that.
Aye, well. So our first review is from Rihanna T, and she gives it a grand total of 1 star.
Oh, wow.
This is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. In my life.
Oh, double down.
It's like they slapped every meme they could think of together and wrapped Minecraft around it. Pure commercialism with zero substance and utterly lacking in human creativity, which I thought was what Minecraft was supposed to be about.
Wow. Angry young women.
Absolutely. And also, I'm sitting here thinking, lacking in human creativity, the whole movie's focused on people being creative.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
If you want to make a tater tot gun, you can.
Exactly. And Can K agrees sort of more, but gave it half of a star.
Half of a star.
Half of a star. Apparently you can do that. Not even remotely funny. Forced so-called humour with Jack washed up black. I never understood what Minecraft attraction was anyway. This movie didn't help much to make me get interested in Minecraft. Waste of time and money, never becomes funny, plot is not exciting, and all characters are one-dimensional. Only Minecraft lovers will love this movie, I guess. There you go.
I like that, I guess. And also, this person clearly doesn't fancy Minecraft.
No, so why did you bother? I know. Well,
Why?
to be fair, I reckon people could watch this movie who don't know Minecraft and still have fun with it because it is an adventure.
Like, I've not really played Minecraft. It's not really my cup of tea.
Mhm.
Like, for gaming, if I'm going to choose a game, it's not one I would pick
Aye.
first. But I still enjoyed it.
You and your mother are sort of similar. You need to have that narrative, strong narrative, linear gameplay.
Yeah, I prefer that.
Aye.
That's more
Whereas
my,
I'm
more
an
my jam.
open world guy.
Yeah, it's not always my cup of tea. But
Like even Stardew Valley guides you to a degree, you know, games like that.
at least you've got a purpose.
Aye, but also just to state, I normally say, but I'm reading these verbatim as well. That
Of
was how it was
course.
written. Hence,
I could tell.
some errors.
I could tell by the plot doesn't even exit.
Exiting. What was it?
It wasn't exiting.
Plot is not exiting. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Victoria J gave it 5 stars.
Wow.
No, I know this was in 20... Right, I don't get this. No, I know this was in 2025, but this movie was actually good.
Okay.
Right. This movie was unbelievable good,
Okay.
especially Jack Black. He was funny, la 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 lava, and then chicken jockey. This movie was going on for weeks, months, days, and they eventually got old, but this movie is top tier. Y'all should release... Sorry. Y'all should release this movie back in movie theatres because this is good. Y'all should release it back. It is absolute good. I suggest to bring it back in this movie. I love the Minecraft movie. I love it, even the dog, even Jack Black. Jack Black, even Secure, even the guy who played Aquaman, even the woman who played Wednesday Addams. Who was Wednesday Addams? Of course. But please recommend. Recommended. There you go.
Wow. Some strong feelings there.
Yeah, Victoria J was passionate. Perhaps English wasn't Victoria
Yeah.
J's first language. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But regardless, it is hilarious.
The passion was there.
Passion.
The love for the materials was there. Even the dog, famously a wolf.
Yeah, what was that? Also, Emma Myers famously did not play Wednesday Addams. She played Enid.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yeah. Love the fact that she doesn't know who Jason Momoa is.
No, the man who played Aquaman.
He is Aquaman.
Josiah R. Give it half a star.
Oh, it rhymed.
Josiah R. Give it half of a star. I love Minecraft, so I was sad to see how bad this movie is. Terrible CGI, bad story, and character development. I feel like this movie is too much like the game. When a character mines a block, it gets smaller and starts floating and rotating. And when they pick that smaller block up, it makes the same small pop when you pick up an item in the game. There are other examples, but I will not go into detail. You've already went into enough, mate.
That's a lot of detail, yeah.
This movie is not the number one worst movie I have ever watched, but it is terrible.
Okay. That could be a Rank Rotten review, that.
No, for this movie. I like this movie.
Exactly. So I'm a bit confused by that one. Is he saying that it's too much like the game?
He says it's too much like the game, and then he goes into quite a lot of detail about the blocks rotating, and then...
Yeah, I got that bit.
And then he's like, there are other examples, but I will not go into detail. It was probably my favourite part of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Tony A gave it 5 stars. The Minecraft movie was absolutely thrilling to me. I grew up on Jack Black movies and I'm an avid fan of Tenacious D. Seeing my hero play the character of one of the most influential games in my life was absolutely amazing. My kid also greatly enjoyed the movie and it created a strong bond between us.
Aww.
They watch the movie every day and I'm totally fine having it on. After all, I used to watch The Pick of Destiny every single day and night. Thank you for this, Jack Black.
Wow. Okay. So you can see like the genes are strong.
Yeah,
between
they're
these two.
strong genes. The kids are now watching Minecraft every day while their father Tony watches Pick of Destiny twice a day.
I did think if I had to watch this film every day with Minecraft, like as a child would probably want to.
Aye.
I was like, probably wouldn't be the worst option.
Nah.
If it was on every day.
I don't think so, yeah. Like, it's one of these things, isn't it? Like, I remember when Eve and Lily were wee, I got sick and tired of watching the same episodes as Sophia the First.
Yeah.
But it was also sometimes what new one was coming, I'd be like, I've not seen this, budge up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which Disney princess is going to be on it this week? I kind of like that. This last one, I actually looked for a while, but it seems that our friend Stephen C. did not review this movie.
Sad. He would have loved the financials of this one.
Yeah, true, but we did have a David C. who was equally unhinged.
Excellent.
And gave it 5 stars. David C. said, I am absolutely sure this movie will go down as one of the best movies of all time. Jack Black, Potasus, Minecraft Steve. Better than I could. Cooper Adler, a owned movie gooder or badder, thinks that this movie was a gooder. Jared Hess is a bleep, 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 and he bleep my bleep.
Wow.
That's genuinely what they've just put a bunch of stars, which I think are supposed to be swear words. I don't know.
Right.
Right, so Jared Hess is a blank, 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 and he blank my blank. Dave, I want to take a stab at what that may be.
Nah.
Can you see it on the sheet?
I can see it on the sheet. I can't even take a guess at what those blinks would be.
No idea.
Especially 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Like 2 in a row, I can take a good guess.
But it doesn't matter because David C. is absolutely sure.
He is absolutely sure.
Anyway, mixed bag there, but I kind of felt like I'd picked out reviews who either loved it or hated it, but I didn't even realise I'd done that.
Yeah, but I think it perfectly demonstrates the mighty nature of this film.
Very much so. Very much so.
Very much so. Some top quality reviews. Prefaced by a top quality jingle.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. But it is a jingle, and it's staying.
Oh, right, okay.
What do you think?
I think so.
I can change it if you wish.
I do not wish.
Cool. Excellent. Good. I'll tell you, it really does feel that this film is Marmite.
Mm-hmm.
And looking through the reviews, it was either I love this or I hate this, and a lot. And I looked through. Believe me, I was there for ages looking through the reviews because I wanted to see if Stephen C was there. Couldn't find it. Ah well. Personally, I think this film sizzling.
So we're going to go through and give our rating on this film.
Mm-hmm.
So we will start from the rank rotten position.
Mm-hmm.
Was it fundamentally flawed and or not entertaining? And we wouldn't watch it again.
I don't think it was fundamentally flawed. I think it was entertaining and I would watch it again. I've watched it 3 times now. So.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any huge flaws and it's definitely entertaining.
Aye.
And I would watch it again for
totally.
Sure. Okay, so we're now moving down to rotten. Was it flawed, but yet still entertained us? And did we enjoy it because we were taking the piss?
Right. I don't know. It's hard to say that it's flawed.
Yeah.
I find that difficult to say because people, if you're saying it's fundamentally flawed, you're saying that this whole, by design, the movie is supposed to be a video game related giant meme worthy movie. That's its point. So it's no, I can't say it's flawed. No, really, because it did what it set out to do and it engaged audiences in a way that many movies hadn't for a long time.
Yeah.
And I didn't enjoy it because I was taking the piss. I enjoyed it because I was having a good time. So I can't say it's rotten either.
As a piss-taking merchant myself, I wasn't poking fun at this film, and I found it really difficult to.
Aye.
Because I found it entertaining.
Aye.
And I thought it was quite high quality.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the sense of humour might not be to your taste, but that doesn't mean it's a bad movie.
Nah. And it was to ours. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. Okay, so we're moving into the last category.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Did it
See where this is going.
Exactly. Did it entertain us, and did we enjoy it for the film it is?
Aye.
And I think we did, yeah. I certainly did.
I'll get the stamp out. Fresh! There we go.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. You forgot to put ink on it, like.
I know, and it was also my phone, so I came down really gentle because I didn't want to break it.
The Foley work in this podcast is top drawer.
I'll use something better next time. Well, there we go. So, season 2 isn't cursed.
It is not.
We did get to come back.
We did.
We did get a fresh movie.
Yeah, we did.
I was worried, because after Jaws 2, I was like, oh my god, all of season 2's got to be rotten. Rank rotten, potentially. But no, this is good. We're bringing it back up.
We are.
With a bit of positivity, fun, joy, silly, good adventure time, fun time.
Damn right. All those words.
Yeah, like a toddler. Spoken like a true toddler. Well, I would like to tell everybody what the next movie we're covering is.
Oh, yes, please.
And this is the next proper monthly episode.
Yeah.
So this will be April's episode. This episode was a bit of an extra because we hadn't done one for a while, and we were starting to get to a stage where we were able to do this again. And so we decided to set some time aside today, and we've worked on it the past few days. And so I thought, well, let's just randomly do this one because we really wanted to do one.
Yeah.
So there'll be another one this month.
Woohoo!
And that will be a 40th anniversary celebration for a very silly horror comedy sci-fi. It's Critters.
Excellent. So the web continues.
Oh.
Because there's a connection between Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
And Critters,
and
of course
Critters.
there is.
The web lives on.
The web. No, I actually think it is a weird one because it's like, because if you didn't remember what's wrong. You all right over there, right?
Oh, the web kind of got me there.
Right, what Kat's referring to is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which we covered last season, available in the archives. We did that, and in that movie, Raph goes to the cinema to watch Critters.
Yeah?
That's what Kat's referring to.
Yeah. All
That's
our
pretty
movies
rad.
are connected in some way.
That's it. I reckon we could make a web,
I think I can. Yeah.
but we'd have to. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to. I don't even know how you do a mind map. You hate mind maps.
Yeah, I'm not
I
doing
love
it.
a mind map. I'm a mind map kind of guy.
I might do an hour.
You do it in R.
I think so.
I could do a mind map, but I'll let you do it because this is your bag.
Yeah.
Data on that. I'm not into
Actually.
that. Anyway, that'll be the end of the month. It's been an absolute joy to be here again and do this, especially for a cheeky wee Good Friday episode. I felt like the Minecraft vibe and everything kind of fitted that holiday vibe, and I feel like it was a good day to release it. So
I agree.
excellent.
So there were lots of earworms today, including some made by you.
Well, I'm
And
glad
some-
you enjoyed them. I was worried.
Yeah, it was very good. But let's end the show with one that actually hit the charts. Let's give it a lava chicken before we
Aye,
go.
let's do it, right? Because to hell with copyright, I care.
Yeah, what can they do? Huh?
All right, on 1, 3, 2, 1.
La la la
lava, chicken, Steve's
Lava.
This podcast has been deleted due to copyright infringement. This podcast has been deleted due to copyright infringement.
All right, sorry. Thanks for indulging us in our silly bullshit. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.